Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. I have a special guest, or maybe I'm his guest, Matt with Black Line Brief. Welcome, man. It is so good to catch up with you. I've been a fan since you started your journey, and man, I just want to say right off the rip, incredible work. Your channel is just, man, it's spot on. You got great contact, super based in my opinion, and I'm kind of sad we haven't gotten together sooner because my goodness, I think we can get some good stuff achieved here on this Charlie Kirk investigation. So, man, welcome.
Thank you so much, man. And I agree 100%. I mean, you definitely have a much bigger platform, and I've been following you for a long time. I mean, since September 10th, obviously. But seeing you on Barron's, and you got big on X. That's when I started to notice and follow all of your content with the videos and your breakdowns. So much of what we know to this day regarding the security team and a lot of the other footage, the breakdown of Charlie himself with the shirt behavior. I don't think we'd have if you wouldn't have done the work that you've done. So thank you for having me on. And I think this will be the first of many to come, I hope. And welcome everyone in the chat. Everyone from West Texas is the best Texas, and the Black Line Brief. We're all here together. It's going to be a good show tonight. We're going to be talking about kind of a little bit of everything when it comes to the Charlie Kirk assassination, because you can't look at anything in isolation. You really have to look at the big picture. That even means everything that led up to September 10th, that was going on in Charlie's life, all the pressure he was facing from different donors, that foreign country over there, BB, and then everything that's happened since then at TPUSA. Because, when we look at, there's some of these alternative theories out there right now regarding Charlie Kirk being alive. I personally don't believe that. Neither does Blake. And there's, look, we can get into the details bit by bit, but the first thing I want to point out is just this. What would explain then if Charlie's alive and he's running the show from behind the scenes? What explains the complete 180 that TPUSA has done on where Charlie was prior to the assassination, with Philly, with Iran, like everything that he was changing his course on, and what he was getting all of his heat for, and the pressure and the hate that he was getting, and the money being withdrawn? Why does it seem the moment after he's taken out, they've done a complete 180, and in fact, they undid everything he did and reversed course and went the other way? So are we to believe that Charlie's doing that? Jesse would have you believe that he's the one writing everything and giving everyone their barking orders. I mean, so that's just, yeah.
The mental gymnastics, Matt, that you have to do, it's insane. Okay. Like, we're talking about people that are on social media that I would regard as like intelligent people. I mean, they're not just like idiots out there stumbling around with hundreds of thousands of followers. We're talking about people that do have some sort of mental capacity about them, right? And they're the ones that are out here trying to convince us really, 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 like, I mean, one of the most intense efforts I have ever in my life encountered, that he's alive, and that this tube and these people from Hollywood have come in, and they've got prosthetics, and I mean, literally straight out of science fiction type of stuff.
Yeah.
Matt, it's easier for Charlie just to reverse course and everybody's good.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, 100%.
Charlie just has to say, hey, I was wrong about my stance on Iran. This is, let's just say, late summer 2025.
Right.
Hey, I was wrong. Let's go get them. Hey, Philly. I mean, all of this stuff, it's easier just to reverse course than to pull off this monstrosity, right?
Right.
I mean, do you see that?
Yeah. And I mean, I'll say, look, I mean, for Jesse is one that I know why he thinks what he thinks, because he said it so much and he's done a whole, series on it. Others out there that are still, or that believe it, or maybe they don't believe it, but they're at least saying they believe it online. I don't know why they think the reason is that he had to fake his death and pull this off, and why TPUSA is in on it, and that means the feds are in on it and all that. Jesse thinks that it's because it's this whole left versus right, and that there was a real, threat to him and to the country, and that this was the only way forward to ensure that the Republican Party would be in control for the next however many years, right? And to me, but like I said, Jesse's the only one that's publicly said that. I mean, because then you have like Wolves in Finance, who uses two people like Al Geist and Jordan Henshaw, who both think he faked it, but then Wolves in Finance uses them, and he has to have known that they believe that Charlie's alive and that he was part of this, and but he uses their videos, but then and he implies throughout the whole video, I thought he was going to say it, and I don't know if you noticed that too, like he was kind of pulling it along, and the title of the video was misleading because he never really concluded with who he thinks killed Charlie Kirk. What we already knew, or believed most of us, was that the military in some way, shape, or form is involved in it. That's really all that ended in that video. But he had to have known that the other people that he used and the information that he used for that video are people that are proposing that Charlie's still alive. And honestly, look,
it was not by accident. It was extremely deliberate.
Yeah, that's how
Matt, would you go and pull just any random person from social media, from X, and snippet out their content to put on one of your videos, or would you vet that person and everything that person's about first before you do that for your audience?
Yeah. So, I mean, 100%, like your channel, what I've noticed, and I'm so new in the game and I'm small. So, I mean, this is just from kind of like an amateur's perspective. But when you're growing, or even maybe even more important, when you have a substantial channel, you're not going to do anything to jeopardize that. It's a brand. It's a business. It represents you. It represents so much. And so the moment you attach yourself to any other person, that's a big deal. That's saying something. That's saying a lot. And so people reaching out to me in the beginning, like I've been very tactical with who I decide to work with. And it's been Greg for at the Entheogenic Esquire, and you, right? People that when I've watched your content and seen what you've done, I'm in agreement with the things you've said and what you've covered. And there's no way that he used those two individuals and didn't know everything that they're claiming. There's just no way.
And see, where we are now at this stage, everybody watching, I'm talking, if you're a normie like Matt and I, okay, things are going to begin to be so clear with who pushes whose content, who pushes whose theory. And I'm talking cross-section, go back and look from September to October to November, December, all the way through the new year. And look who has been early cross collaborators, right? With different of these big accounts.
Yeah.
And all of this stuff is going to start making perfect sense, because guess what? At some point, you get down to the bottom of the mountain, and if you're pushing just crazy theories to confuse everyone, your gig is up. You're at the bottom.
Yeah, you
got to figure out something to do. You can't keep the charade up, okay?
Yeah.
And that is where things will get to at some point, okay? Because you can only string people along for so long. You can only stay away from UVU's courtyard for so long. When there's boom, boom, boom right here, look at us. We're sitting here talking about it. y'all, if you're interested, if you're part of Candace's big audience, right? And you're like, man, like this whole thing, like with this bride of Charlie, like, I mean, it's I guess cool. It's hard to follow. Y'all, come watch our stuff. We are going to be staying put at UVU, and we're going to be getting to the bottom of all of this. We're not going to start looking at a macro level and then try and somehow have that micro level reduced down into a micro. No, 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 no. We are going to go micro, and we're going to let it all base out and expand. And the macro stuff will expose itself at when the time is right. But you have to start small. Yeah. It's investigation 101. Go ask any small town detective or anybody that does investigations for any body of law enforcement, and they're going to tell you the same thing. If you want to go get El Chapo, you got to start small and then start rolling people.
Right.
That's never happened here. Okay. Yeah.
So sorry, go ahead.
No. Finish your thought.
You know, look, watching Candace's and Barron's show as of late, I'd have to say I'm overwhelmed. Look, you know, I can say this ad nauseum. I'm nobody. I'm just, but I'm a citizen who's watching and deeply cares about this, right? That's why I even got involved in this. But like nothing new is coming out. Nothing from them right now, right? Sunday was this big buildup on Barron's show. Nothing, right? We already knew what we knew about David. We already assumed that there was a military connection, and okay, we know that there's a connection and a support for Philly. But this whole the whole X text message thing and the whole WMD that went into LA and it was going to go to Savannah didn't get tied back into Charlie. Like that whole thing didn't get tied back into Charlie. And honestly, you have to question people when you find out who they're affiliated with and like the sources that they're using for things. And so Barron choosing not to speak out more publicly. He said a couple things, right? He said that he believes Jesse is doing what he's doing. One, to point out how ridiculous it is to believe the FedSlop narrative, that it's easier to believe Charlie's alive than it is to believe the official narrative. Jesse's never said that. I don't know why Barron would do that for him. That made me suspicious because Jesse has said his purpose. It is to get Candace and everyone else to stop what they're doing, to stop looking into it, and it's to defend Erica and TPUSA. That is his stated purpose. Okay. And Jesse, his number one guy that works directly next to him, was third in line in the FBI. Okay. He said that during his stream the other day when he's wearing his red shirt and the white hat. Okay. I don't know about you, but I mean, the feds back under the Biden presidency was corrupt and it's corrupt now. So, I mean, that doesn't to me make, and like people were already assuming that there was some sort of connection there. You look at Jesse, you look at Valhalla, connections with Gary. Gary said on his podcast, you know what, when he uses Jesse's clip. So he used Jesse's clip and he goes, you know, I don't want to misquote what Jesse is saying right now, but if I'm right, I think Jesse is saying that Charlie's alive. And then Gary goes, I'm okay with that. I have no problem with that. That should say something.
You're saying Gary with Paramount, the guy that I was on his show,
yeah,
that has absolutely, from my recollection, hasn't deviated at all. He said he was okay with that.
Yeah. During one of his lives where his whole lives now are just attacking Candace. And like, look, be where you want to be with support or not supporting Candace. As of right now, I think it's interesting getting into who Erica's family is and her past. But I don't know if that's a tactic to draw things out. It's important, but we're not getting to that day, who's involved that day. Like nothing new is coming out about that day. Like everything that these two major individuals are covering, it's other stuff. I mean, today he did Hunter Kozak, but nothing new really came out. He had the family lineage of Hunter Kozak, and there's a couple ties of names in there that I think we didn't know were connected, and that was new. But other than that, I don't know, man. I'm just like, if I had a bigger show, with people that was my full-time job, and this is all I did all day, man, I'd be like nose to the ground trying to figure out other stuff. And maybe they are, I don't know, but what they're showing us
That would be wonderful. I'm because you have a day job, correct? I mean,
Yeah.
I do. And yeah, I can't. I mean, it would be absolutely wonderful to be able to have 40, 50 hours a week to do research and stuff. But I mean, that's just not in the bag for me. But quite frankly, this was figured out early December for me when I received when I received some new videos late that were just sitting on people's phones that they were too afraid because it got pretty Western there around Thanksgiving and all of the ebb and flow of how just the social media world had taken this. And Matt, the thing is that I really, and if Candace and look, I like Candace, I like Barron. I know both of them, visited with both of them many times. Like the thing is, we can look in, and I'd tell this to them right now. If they were watching, I would say this to both of them, or anybody that is kind of thinking that we can look out over here and then it's going to somehow yield big answers for the 10th. We can look into Erica Kirk when she's indicted.
Yeah,
there'll be plenty of time. There will be plenty of time to look into Erica Kirk when she's indicted.
Yeah.
Let's worry about the stuff from the 10th right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially because, at least in our theory, the young man that's sitting in there either is completely innocent or was some sort of unwilling patsy and played some sort of peripheral role, either dropping something off or putting something near. I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't look like was on campus at all that day. Do you think he was on campus?
Are we saying the young man being Tyler Robinson is? No, I do not believe that the person that was videoed.
Right.
We don't have any video of the stairwell, of the hallway, the underground tunnel.
No.
All of those JPEGs, those still images, were deliberately cut and cropped out to where we just get a single still image. That was done on purpose. You have to actually go through and do extra things to get a JPEG. It's much easier just to release the video because it's already being recorded as a video.
Right.
Okay. So no, I don't believe that Tyler Robinson is that person that's got the black shirt and the jeans, the skinny jeans. And I don't believe that there is a rifle anywhere in any of those JPEGs. Okay. I don't.
Yeah. No, I mean, and this is the thing that like Jack Posobiec and many other people are saying, like, and clearly part of a PsyOp, right? Because they repeat the same thing over and over, and they do it in a repetitive like cadence, and that's part of a thing when you want to drill something into someone's brain. That I say this over and over again. His parents turned him in. His parents saw the gun. He turned himself in when his parents turned himself in. Like the official story that was told to us initially, right? It came out later that so many of those things are not true. The rifle that we saw a picture of, that black rifle, that's not Grandpappy's rifle. That's just a random rifle that was pulled offline. But they keep using that
synthetic stock. They do.
That's not an authentic replica. I mean, a rifle that was from the early 1900s. It wouldn't look like that at all.
That rifle is solid wood.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
So I have one of those rifles. My grandfather, very similar. I mean, I'm sure this story is very similar for anyone's grandparents or grandfather that fought in the war. They were able to bring Mausers back. Okay. I mean, this was not crazy stuff. I mean, they brought it back. They had to, if you're going to bring back stuff from the German force, I mean, you had to have the swastikas scratched off the butt because they had the swastikas all engraved in the butt of the gun. Okay. And they had to scratch them off. And it was, it just, they were brought back. Okay.
Right.
We had to have special reinforcements because my grandfather had them mounted on the wall with like a wood board behind it. You had to have them screwed into like a stud because the gun was so heavy.
Right.
It's solid wood. I mean, like this one, mine did not have a scope on it. It had a bayonet, and he had some sample cartridges, okay, that were underneath it, and then it had kind of the story behind the gun. And the thing about it is, if you or anyone were to feel how heavy this gun is, this German 98, this Mauser 98 model with a scope, okay, that was Grandpappy's heirloom, if you felt it, and then you immediately played the video that the FBI released of the roof, and you're holding that rifle in your hand, and you're watching the FBI video, you're saying, bullshit.
Yeah, it's not in that.
It's heavy. It's heavy. Like that dude is just running across the roof. Like it's a heavy ass rifle. Yeah. This is where they're out over their skis.
Yeah.
They be in the state of Utah.
Yeah.
The FBI, if you notice Cash Patel, he's like, hey man, we're gonna defer all comments back to that DA there, Jeff Gray, because this isn't a federal case. This is a state case.
Yeah. They came and
I would too if I was Cash.
They did the initial investigating, which is literally all of the actual evidence that's in the indictment, right? That was all done by the FBI. So like the Discord chat, the bullets found back at the house, the targets, like all of this, evidence that, they found, right? The rifle that had appeared after like 4 different sweeps of the area. One of those sweeps being a bomb dog sweep, right? That could literally smell it miles away if it had just been fired in the last few hours. And then those 2 FBI agents did that 4th sweep and then found nothing. But then they go over to those 2 rookie cops and they're like, hey, you guys want to go look over there? And what do you know? Supposedly it was there, right? So I think everything that the FBI claims that they uncovered or found as evidence should be contested and thrown out and is suspect, right? And remember, in the text thread, Tyler Robinson, the AI version of Tyler, when he's communicating with Lance Twigg, says, that $2,000 scope that I put on sure does work, or Graham, they would have had to file down this gun. This gun back in that time frame didn't have the ability to mount a modern scope on it. They would have had to do a lot of extra things to it. It wouldn't have just fit on this one. You look at this one, the grandfather's era one, because all we know is like the date and the time frame. And so I've never seen a picture of it. I don't think there is an existence of that grandfather's rifle anywhere. We have the black rifle that's clearly not the rifle. And then we can look at Mauser pictures. There's no real place to put a modern type of scope. And he said it's a modern scope that was like $2,000 or $4,000. I forget what he said, supposedly, to Lance. So like that itself, like there's all of these issues that, in my opinion, are unreconcilable. And, the video that starts after he's already running away couldn't show us that he was laid down. There's clearly nothing in his hand. Remember, that rifle is like 45 inches or something like that, 46 inches, the Mauser. It goes, I'm 6 foot tall. It goes all the way down to the floor and would be in my armpit. Okay. And they had the screwdriver initially, right? They claimed that there was a screwdriver that was used to break down the rifle. And then they dropped the screwdriver from any of the indictment documentation, right? Because, a screwdriver is not going to break it down in full, okay? And he can't do that in 10 seconds or 2 seconds because he's in a dead sprint at 12:23 and 34 seconds, okay? And that's clearly not in his hand when he jumps off the roof. He's got like a sweater or a towel in his hand. There's nothing hard. And it couldn't fit in his backpack, okay? And it wasn't down his pants. They have these like 5 different theories that they used. And then there's all these intentional gaps that we have to fill in, right? Like, when he's walking in the neighborhood, he's limping. So they make us assume, oh, well, he's limping because the rifle's in his pants. But then he's walking. There's the picture of the dude in the stairwell. Well, it's not in his stairwell. Oh, no. Well, there it's in his backpack. Well, no, it wouldn't fit in his backpack. That backpack's not big enough. Even if they broke it down, it's like 22 and a half inches in half, two pieces that long. Not going to fit in the backpack. And they don't do anything to try to clarify any of this. And then they say, well, just wait. All of your questions, all of your concerns and doubts, they're going to come out in the trial.
Just chill. Just trust me, bro.
Yeah, because that's where truth comes out, guys. The truth will come out in the trial. Yeah, look at OJ. Look at all the major cases in the last 40 years. The trial's where the facts are going to come out. Okay, what's this?
Man, no, I mean, you're spot on. And look, this is the text message thread. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit, just from the family text from the district attorney.
Yeah, whose daughter was there, right?
This is whose daughter was there. And the DA, and this motion was struck down. Judge ruled against it. This is on the motion to disqualify. Okay, right. Either disqualify the specific attorney or disqualify the entire office, right? Yeah. And that was what the last court hearing was, what was deciding. So in blue is going to be the daughter, and in gray is going to be the district attorney. Yeah. Okay. And first off, can you see the timestamps? Okay, this is what was on
my end. Document. I can see that it's like 12 and then something, and then it's blurry. Maybe on your guys' end.
All right. So what we're looking at, this is 12:25. Okay. So we are 2 minutes after Charlie has been hit. Okay. Yeah. The big bang.
Big bang. Yeah.
And she text messages, someone got shot. I'm okay. Everyone is going inside. All caps. Charlie got shot. This is 3 minutes after the big bang. DA. Oh my gosh. ... People say he was shot in the neck and his head like tilted or something. We are now 4 minutes, so 7 minutes after.
Can I say something real quick?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Because this really bothers me. This text.
I think her whole purpose in being there was this.
I do too, bro. I'm telling. Okay, I want every father right now. If you are a father and if you have a daughter, are you just going to continue on texting your child?
No.
Because this says they just continued on texting like they're talking about what the plans are for next weekend.
I call her right the frick away. I call her on the phone and I want to hear her voice. I want to make sure it's her. And I'm going to tell her everything to do to get the frick out of there. I'm going to ask her very clarifying questions as to what she's looking at, because she's not going to know because she's a kid, but I'm going to know. I'm going to tell her to look for certain things, find something, who's with you, go with them and go there now. This is ridiculous. Like, he's just nonchalant. And all this does is it asserts their case. It asserts everything that they're going to bring forth against Tyler Robinson, and it does it from a witness. Oh my goodness. So it's proof, right? And then the sad defense, like Barron did point this out, how the heck did he let them put this in a document and assert it into the court, and they didn't contest any of the facts? I don't agree that there's a freaking shot. I don't agree that there's a bullet. I don't agree. And on any of this, they didn't contest anything. Barron says, contest it all. It's all contested right now.
It is. And that is the only thing, and I don't even know, because I'm not a lawyer, but I can also, the only thing I can legitimately think about is that they are going to come back at some point when they know there wasn't a gunshot, and all of this has to be rehashed, because now we're talking about an explosion or something being detonated. And this was all argued in the face of a shot being fired. If that is no longer the case, okay, then all of this has to be, in essence, relitigated, re-argued, re-examined, because is the daughter now a material witness? Yeah,
Right.
she might not have seen the person on the roof take the shot, but guess what? The person on the roof didn't have a gun. So guess what? She's now a witness.
Right.
Do you see how this is going to get absolutely beyond messy? Like this makes messy look like something we all want to go play in. Okay, this is a disaster. Okay, so let's take it a little bit further.
Go ahead. Yep.
Are you going to text in all caps? What the heck? This is at 12:32. The district attorney text messages his daughter, "What the heck?" in all caps. She says back, "Insane." She then says he had answered one question and was talking to the next person. The district attorney asks his daughter, "Is it confirmed? Like, is he dead?" Then the district attorney says, whatever her name is, "Did you hear a gunshot or what sounded like a gunshot?" 12:33, 10 minutes after Charlie is hit. Now, I'm going to ask you this, Matt. Do you see anything strange about that question?
Yeah.
Why would you ask, "Did you hear a gunshot or what sounded like a gunshot?"
Can I answer?
Please.
This guy, so lawyers are aware of everything because they've tried cases 100, 1,000 times. He's aware that he would get this case, number one. There's only a certain amount of lawyers in that office that would be selected. And with his seniority and how long he's known that guy above him, the guy with the glasses that decided whether or not to seek the death penalty. Do you remember his name?
With who's seeking the death penalty?
The one lawyer that was above this guy, this lawyer that
Oh,
he's
Jeff?
the one, yeah. And so
Jeff Gray?
he's the one that selected the team, right? He chose the team, and he goes back with that guy 20 something years, right? This guy is going, and his daughter is too. His daughter's going to know. She's been raised by a lawyer who's in the district attorney's office. She is likely just as aware of text messages being used, conversations later being used. They know that this might later be used for this, especially if people find out that his daughter was there and he's on the case, right? Like, I don't think it's that crazy to think that they were aware of that, because I think that lawyers are aware of these kind of things. And so him asking these are you able to click on the reply, or do you know what her reply was to that question? Did you hear a gunshot?
Yeah, so the reply is going to be right here. "I for sure heard it. Everyone started screaming and running. A few people said they saw the shot hit his neck. Not
bullet,
sure."
so it's a bullet. Yeah. I mean, look,
okay.
The dad is going to call. He's going to be on the way. He's going to be driving there and on the way. The moment that first text comes to me from my daughter, everything else doesn't really happen. Then the rest of this thread doesn't happen. I'm going to ask all these clarifying questions in person once I've gotten
You're on
there.
the phone with her till you have your eyes on her, because 100%. You are there, because he's essentially law enforcement. I mean, 100%. Like, let's face it, like a DA is essentially, I mean, they're law enforcement. Okay.
100%. Yep.
They just are the ones who try cases.
100%.
So what this tells me is, and I'm going to go ahead and assert it, is that he's asking, "Hey, I want to make sure that what happened, did you hear what sounded like a gunshot, or do we have a problem here?"
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
"Hey, daughter, did you hear a gunshot, or did you hear something that sounded like a gunshot? Think about it if you're the DA and you know that you are going to be in line for this right here, because this is all rolling down the hill towards you.
100%.
He wants to make certain the noise, the sound that was played, worked.
Yep.
Did you hear, daughter, something that sounded like a gunshot? Oh, please say yes.
Yep.
He then says, oh, what? Oh, my heck. Again, he has to, I mean, like, this is a DA. I mean, you would think he's talking to another 12-year-old little girl. I mean, or this is a 12-year-old little girl. Oh, my, what? What? Oh, my heck.
Yeah. I mean, I get what they're trying to do here. They're LDS, right? And they're good LDS members. And that's his daughter, right? Even though she's an adult, she's like, what, 18 or 19? How old is she?
I think she's 18.
I know she's at least an adult. I know
that. She is, yes, she's an adult. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's okay. They're so proper. They're so above board. Oh my heck.
I'm just not repeating myself. I'm not taking the time to repeat that. It's sensationalized.
You're right. It doesn't add.
They're being too extra. Okay,
yeah,
they're doing too much. This guy is doing too much, and he would have never in his life imagined that you and me would be sitting here on March the 4th in Texas at 8:30 talking about him and this text message thing. This text message chain. He had absolutely no clue what this was about to do. Okay. And so let's keep rolling with it. So he says he's now texting again. This is 12:35. Somebody redacted was there. He said they found the shooter and put him in a cop car. This is at 12:35. Then the daughter replies back to that original, did you hear what sounded like a gunshot? We've already gone through that. Then right here at 12:39, actually, one second, Matt, I always forget to do this because I know people cannot see the cursor. So let me go into accessibility, then to display.
I mean, I can see your cursor.
Oh, you can? Okay.
Yeah, now I can see it better. You made it bigger. Yeah.
Yep. So right here, we are now at 12:39. She says, I left my bag with all of my stuff because I didn't have time. Emoji face over the face, or emoji hand over the face. Then dad comes back at 12:39. Okay. And he says that shooter was on the roof. Okay. 12:39. Shooter was on the roof. What's really strange to me is not a single person that's involved. And what I mean by involved, I mean their name is continuing to appear. They're involved in the case in some form or fashion. They've done interviews in some form or fashion. Apologize if that siren is being picked up. They will hopefully turn it off. Like, I'm talking about people like this that are still involved, and they're just not concerned at all about a shot coming, right? Like, it was just one and done. There was not any regard for a possible continuing threat at all. No one.
No.
Like, no one. They I mean, like, just look, if I'm there, I'm telling you, I am like head on I mean, can you imagine just not knowing who else is out there? And yet we get none of that from anybody on any of the videos. It's just like they knew. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So
like
here he is.
People at TPUSA. Yeah.
Yeah. All the TPUSA people, right? Yeah. I mean, cleaning up and absolutely just not a care in the world. Mission accomplished. So here we are, 12:39. we're 12:23 from the moment of the Big Bang, and he is telling her shooters on the roof. Okay, so in my opinion, he is asserting himself as, I mean, this is now he's stating he's been told by someone shooters on the roof, and what does his daughter reply?
It doesn't surprise
It doesn't surprise me. And then she says, the weird thing is the guy asking the debating him in the moment was talking about shootings in the US, I think.
What's the timestamp on that one? How long?
That's at 12:40. 12:40. So we're talking 12, 13, 14 minutes, 15 minutes
After.
when all of these links have been made. Okay. This is still not as fast. His daughter is the second person to draw the correlation between the question and the alleged fake shot. Okay.
Right.
The first person is Butch Hibbs. Oh, Pappy. 47.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
He beat her to the punch because I know he made that question, or he made that statement rather, to Adam Bartholomew,
Yes.
who is the Life is Driving video.
Correct.
He made that statement. That was right at about 11 and a half minutes.
Correct.
I'm going to hit mute real quick because I hope that's not.
It's coming through only when you start talking. It's picked up. When you're not talking, it doesn't come through. Yeah. What's crazy here? Well, I mean, like this whole thing is right. So like they don't know that there's not a multiple shooter scenario. That's number one. They don't know where the first shooter is. Right there. Nobody there on scene actually even knows where the shot came from. Based on the mechanics and the behavior of Charlie himself, it's not really obvious as to the mechanism of the wound, like where it originated, because no one could have seen the shirt behavior in real time, right? Like that happened so fast and it preceded the sound, or I mean, was like right there at the sound, or no one would have seen that in real time with their naked eye. And so no one would have had any kind of assurance that this thing was done. Okay. Including the security team and all the other people, like Terrell's up, like all these people that are around and don't really, try to gain cover. They don't respond in a way that's true to the scenario of a live active shooter, that they have no clue if the shooter's still there, if there's more than one shooter, where did it come from? A lot of the crowd members do kind of respond the right way. So watch how most of the crowd members, how they duck and they freeze because they don't know where it came from. They don't know where the threat is. They haven't identified where the threat came from and where there is a potential new threat. And so everyone, when they do start running, they run indoors because they have no clue outside. What's safe outside? Nobody knows. But a lot of these other people, they're not concerned, the TPUSA team, the security team, and the other people that were like, even what they're saying about this shooter in this text thread, no one knew that he was on the roof, right? Oh wait, the cop that's above on the catwalk, right? He looks out and goes, I think I've identified the location of the sniper, and takes him 35 or 25 minutes to get over there. And that's where he sees the imprint in the gravel. But
you know what's so strange about, did I turn my mic? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. You're on.
Okay. You know what's so strange about that is, okay, we all remember the video, let me find it, of inside the Hall of Flags, and you can see the individual running
correct,
just as it pans across. Okay.
Correct.
So what's never made sense to me is that officer is posted up
correct,
right here.
Correct.
Right here. Okay. They are down lower. This person inside the Hall of Flags is inside the building doing the pano this way.
Correct.
Right? They're going from left to right, so it's flipped.
Correct. And the guy's running from the other way. Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So the runner. I mean, I don't even want to say it's Tyler. They're back here.
Whoever's up there.
The runner is. Do I have it? I might have cropped that. The runner.
I have it on mine. If you want to share what's in my queue.
There we go. I got a better one.
Okay.
So the runner takes off.
Perfect.
And is somewhere in this vicinity.
Yep.
Right. Why do you think, if you can see from down here the guy running, do you not think you can see even better from the officer's position right here?
And the security member. There was also one security member on the security team was up there too. Yes.
Why do you think we never saw anything in the PC affidavit or the indictment about the officer actually seeing him run? Because he should have.
Yep.
Why do you think that?
Man, I mean, there's no innocent explanation. Everything to me would point to nothing good. And they should have seen him, like if you were to pan out on that scene, they would have seen him climb that staircase that's over to the left, climb over the rail, and based on the affidavit, it says that he walks over in one article of clothing, he goes behind that little building that's on the roof, changes, and then he low crawls all the way out to the corner. You're telling me a trained security team member with prior military or prior police experience and a current active police didn't see that, couldn't even see that in the peripheral and then look up and over. They're not looking down at Charlie. They're not enjoying the event. They're up there. They're working the event. They know that the roofs are going to be potential threats. Either no one was there. I don't know, man. What are your thoughts?
No, you're making the point for me. And I'll just say there's absolutely nowhere in anywhere on the PC affidavit or the indictment that says anything about a actual shot being taken.
Right.
I'm serious. I want you to think about that. It hints at it.
Right.
Right. He's in a prone position. Okay. Like it's consistent with this, but there is absolutely nowhere in either of these documents that says he took the shot.
Wait, can I ask you a question? So when they're saying he's in a prone position, that's from the UVU security footage that's on the building behind the Losi Center. And they're saying that they have him, they do claim that because they have him climb he's up there, he goes over to the building, he changes, he crawls out, and then they imply by saying he's in a prone position. But that means if they have that footage, right, they would have captured the shot.
Absolutely.
They would have. There's no way. But they don't even say that. There's no way they can.
Yeah, they don't. There's no way that they can know all of these timestamps that they have here about 12:23, 12:15, 11:51. You are making these statements of the specific nature of exactly where he is at that moment because you have it on video. You know.
Right.
You're not just freestyling this.
Right.
You have it.
Why would they leave that out, that part, if they did really have him take the shot? Why would they leave it out?
You want to know my opinion? It is the line that the state of Utah and the district attorneys and law enforcement, whoever has their stamp on this, the line that they're walking of criminality where Jeff Gray is in handcuffs versus not. Is this right here. If Jeff Gray says the shot was taken and then somehow someone at UVU leaks the footage that shows that, hey, guess what? He wasn't even up to the edge of the roof.
Right.
Jeff Gray goes to prison. I'm serious. Like,
Yeah, the line
I don't even think prosecutorial immunity would cover this type of batshit craziness that we're seeing out of that district attorney's office.
Right. They're doing just enough to.
It is intentional malice. Like they are intentionally doing this.
Yeah.
And so that's why you never see it specifically. It just kind of inserts it. It's like, hey,
it implies it.
You all know what you saw.
Right.
And it allows your mind to fill in the gap. No, it should say that the shot was taken by that guy. It never does. Never does.
This time, right? Because they'd have it on video.
Absolutely.
And that's not like that would ruin their case or taint the jury pool. That'd be part of the evidence. So like them not having that in that affidavit makes absolutely no real sense at all.
No, it actually should say it in the affidavit because that's what he's being charged with.
Correct.
Like the fact that it doesn't say it is what is so concerning.
Yes.
No one's connecting that.
Yeah. Because their argument for leaving the video portion out of the shot is that they're trying to protect the jury pool and not all the stupid reasons why, when people have asked, why don't they show that beginning footage of when he's laying down and takes the shot? They have all these stupid arguments as to why they haven't shown that, but why wouldn't it be in the document? There's no excuse for that.
There's no excuse for the first part either.
No, right. I
know. I'm telling you, like, no, you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I mean, like, look, when they released the security camera footage, well, this is on any security camera footage. I mean, this is unprecedented that they are trimming something in this fact. I mean, I always go back to the United Healthcare CEO. I mean, he got a clip emptied inside of him.
Yeah. Right
there from a matter of like the depth of a swimming pool. The camera was just right here.
Yep.
Okay. You're afraid of showing us a piece of video from 200 yards away or 150. I mean, like literally it makes zero sense.
Right. Yeah.
And it makes perfect sense at the same time.
Right. Why they'd be doing it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I understand it because look, I do not think he was close enough to the edge to get the adequate drop on taking the shot.
For the angle.
And let me explain.
Correct.
The angle.
I agree. Correct. I agree.
No one has talked about this because you're not allowed up there.
If it really was that rifle as well, with how long the barrel is and how long the rifle is itself, he would have to nearly be at the edge in order to angle it down to get the correct angle to actually hit Charlie. But if he's set back, there's just no way.
There's no way. And look, I don't care. This is where I would literally love to see Gary with Paramount. I want to see you with an old Mauser rifle. This flashing here is thin, okay, and it's about this tall off the gravel roof. The roof is not consistent along the low seat. It changes. It's like dissected, okay. So you're not getting the same. You are not getting the same roof where I just showed there to where's the first footage of where he jumps down.
Correct.
Where he jumps down, it's a lip and he can actually hang on to it. He has to climb over.
Yeah.
That roof is not the same.
Correct.
Okay.
And you can see that too. There's shadows on different edges, and you can see they're bigger in certain areas and not in others.
So my point right here, this roof, this part here is not the same as where he took the shot.
Correct.
This is the photo I was looking, and we've got fingers here. I mean, this is where he dropped down. Okay. But my point is right here. I want you to imagine this. Do you know how long our military, when they're going to sniper school, what that sniper school entails, and what the bulk of that training is? When they do go to sniper school, it's about breathing, and it is about the most. You have to be so poised and in control when you're about to literally take a human life by a rifle.
It's all
okay. I don't care. I don't care if you're Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
And you're over there doing God's work. I do not care.
Correct.
Okay. You will never, ever convince me in 1,000 freaking years that we've got a kid, 22, who runs up at the most perfect time, drops down, army crawls at the very moment. And I know the time here, we're talking a matter of 45 seconds from the time he drops down to the time his alleged triggers pulled.
Correct.
Okay. 45 seconds.
Yep.
There is absolutely no way. And not only that, go and look at anybody that has done sniper training or is a sniper. They all have bipods and tripods.
Correct.
Why is that?
To keep
why would you want a bipod?
Well, he'd be shaking his nerves. If he ran up and changed and his heart, he wants to get his heart down to a resting heart rate. He wants to have control of his breathing, because even the slightest, like heavier, faster paced breathing and not having complete calm nerves, it's one, like less than a centimeter movement at the barrel, at the trigger, is feet. It's tens of feet at the target. And so if you ever saw Mike Ritlin, he's got a podcast and he's a former Navy SEAL. And then he had this like Delta guy on. So Gary would have everyone believe that all military guys and all special forces guys are all in agreement about this event. No. Mike Ritlin has had multiple snipers on from the FBI, from SAS, from Navy SEALs, from Delta. They all have agreed. And Mike Ritlin is amazing. And he's saying none of this makes sense, that this guy could literally pull this off. He said perfect execution, actions on, infill, but then only to throw it all away as well. Like he said, from start to finish, there's just no way a college kid, 22 years old, was able to do this. Just not.
No, there's absolutely no way. No. And so my challenge is, and this is what I actually laugh at when I watched, and you remember when everyone was doing all of these tests, right? You've got Zeb and Range Day Bros, and you know what every single one of them has? Like, they're shooting level, and they've got like their backpack. They've got, some of them actually have bipods.
Correct.
And I'm like, oh, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Oh, you get to bring your bipod? No. I want to see you freehand this sucker.
Correct.
I want to see you with your other hand underneath the barrel, hold it steady, hanging off the edge of a building, and let's see you do what you're saying he did.
And we could even be generous. We could even say this, right? Because he had a backpack on. We could even be generous and say he took the backpack off, laid it down, and used that as what he laid the rifle on. Okay. But still, he had the backpack on his back when he got up and ran, right? Like, so I don't know that he even did have it off, right, when he laid down. But even with that, there's still going to be a lot of movement. It's not the same as a tripod or a bipod or anything like that truly stabilizes it. So even then, and professionals would still have difficulty pulling this off, because there's thousands of people in front of the bullet. Okay. The consequences of this going wrong would have to be weighing in the shooter's mind, and the pressure of that situation in a live fire situation, shooting a target, okay, and being able to do this in a range is one thing. Doing this for real, knowing you're going to kill someone and doing it in front of thousands of people adds a whole nother layer to this, that even Mike Ritlin and the other special forces guys say it would even be difficult for someone that was highly, highly trained, let alone a 22-year-old furry kid. Or, boyfriend to a furry kid. Yeah.
So I have always just operated under the just guys, or just that I thought he left early. Okay. Because in my opinion, with this here and what we're seeing with the people ducking and this kid, whoever's up there on the roof, already running with their backpack on before people have actually ducked.
Oh, that's a good point.
You would have to be so, like, did you play football?
Yeah.
like we had like shuttle drills, like you do the shuttle and like you drop down
and hop up.
And yeah, you want to hop up as fast as you can, and you're just the level of skill to pull this off right here, to be running with the backpack before people have had a chance to duck. The math doesn't make sense. Okay. And I've measured all of this stuff out. So
how many feet away is he from the actual position, from the corner of the roof?
At this moment right here, or where I think he was the whole time.
Oh, do you think he wasn't at the edge at all?
No, I know he wasn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember the video
of the person walking up?
And they say, "Whoa, is that person on the roof?" Hang on, let me find it.
So I know who you're talking about. And the person that took that video is questionable, number one, right? That person's background. We don't know who took the shot or who took that video. I have asked the person who released it. So this is what's funny about this. I've asked that person who gave it to you. And I challenged them even. I mean, they're a runner. I'm a runner. I was like, hey, I'll race you for it. I'll race you to give up the goods on who gave you this video. No one's ever asked this person that. And I believe it might be here. I need to organize my. I know which one you're talking about. He's walking up the side and he's on the ground, like on the floor, and there's those circles that are built into this. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he's feet back.
So this is why I believe the roof runner never wanted to get close enough to the edge, is because they did not want to risk someone actually seeing them. Imagine this. Imagine if you get up to the edge and all of a sudden people start yelling, "There's someone on the roof."
They're pointing, right?
They're pointing.
Yep. And shouting.
Dude.
Yeah.
They're toast. This whole thing. Imagine then when it's chaos and Brian Harpole still detonates it.
Yeah.
And people are watching and they're like, I mean, do you see how messy this gets? So this is why I believe this person never got closer than where they are right here. And Matt, if you're right there in that position, do you have the downward angle to even remotely closely take the shot?
No, he'd be able to shoot straight ahead.
Straight ahead. That's all. The drop is not there. So I would say this person right here, and look, we know that we're talking, this is at 12:22 to 12:23.
That was my next
question. We're talking 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play it.
Right up.
Can you hear it?
You think he'd already be in place? You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying? He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa. From over there, ran in. Now he's right there. Just saying. Is
that normal to you? Just saying.
No.
I want you to think about this. This is a matter of seconds before the alleged shot. The time is not there. I want you to imagine, Matt, they stopped recording and just turned and walked away. You're going to see someone on the roof.
Nope.
And you're going to turn away and walk away.
Nope.
In 45 seconds. They should have caught everything. And I would submit that they did record it, that you do see it. And I would submit that you can see him stand up right there where he was and take off running. And they have it on video, but this was deliberately trimmed to just do this little snippet here, because this was what was leaked out and was shared and viewed 9 million times on September the 10th that afternoon.
Correct.
This person who recorded this was there for a reason, and it was one reason to record the person on the roof, because this is what set everything up.
Correct.
And was released out. This is what set the stage.
Because we didn't get the Hall of Flags video until later on.
Correct.
Yeah, and notice what he said is he points to further back on the roof, and he said that the guy got on the roof right there and ran out to this position. The video camera that's in the indictment says that he climbs onto the roof, walks over behind the building, changes his clothes, and then reappears as he low crawls to that position. So what this guy's claiming and the official narrative don't even match up.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying.
What do you think he said? I've never noticed this, but it just hit me. What do you think he's talking about when this video starts?
Get right
Oh,
up.
that a potential shooter.
He'd already be in place?
Think he'd already be in place?
Yeah. Two options, right? Is it someone on the police force that's there to protect Charlie and look for other snipers? I don't think that's
So
what
he's saying
like.
you think a law. So you think, or just hypothetical.
Go ahead.
He might be alleging. You think they would already have police in place? Is that
That's
what you're
one
saying?
One option. I don't agree
Uh-huh.
that that's what they're talking about. The other option is that they're hypothesizing that this is an assassin and that he'd already be in place, getting ready to take the shot.
Get right up.
Yeah. You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that.
And that would beg the question, then why would they stop filming? Why would they walk away? Why wouldn't they raise the alarm? Why wouldn't they go over and start shouting and try to yell at the person? Why wouldn't they do anything else that a normal person that began that conversation, assuming this looks like a person that's about to take the shot and kill someone? Wouldn't they already be in place? Oh, no. Okay, we're done. Bye. We're just going to walk off.
Yep.
Makes
I'm going to leak this. We're going to leak this. No, it doesn't. It actually, I'm tired of saying things don't make sense. It is what it is. And these dudes are in on it. I mean, it is what it is.
Didn't Candace report on this guy? And supposedly this guy had military background, or he trained people in shooting, because she said that this person saw the gun and it didn't look like a long rifle. They said it looked like a smaller M4.
So I have not seen her say that exactly. But is the person that you're talking about the one who put it on their Twitter?
No, because I wasn't
Okay.
on her Twitter way back then. This is from one of the early episodes where she's talking about this video. I'll go back and watch it another time.
Okay.
But when she's talking about this video, supposedly the person has experience and knows what a gun like the Mauser would look like. And they said it doesn't look like a Mauser. She said that it wasn't wooden, that it was black, that he's wearing all black, and that it's a smaller barrel. It's a shorter gun. And that this guy would know what he's talking about because he trains people or something in that. That's what I recall from her episode. I can go back and watch it, but.
Okay. So yeah, I'm operating under just the whole thing that, and this is why my math, I was taking my measurement as I zoomed into Google Earth right up to the edge. So it actually makes even more sense with him being back that he took off, that he actually didn't take off running early. He waited till he heard he was ready to go.
Yep.
And because he was already back, as
Yep.
soon as the camera pans over, he's already popped up and running.
Right.
It looks like he traveled a good distance, but it's because he was never up to the edge to begin with.
Right.
Make sense?
Yep.
And then we get this craziness, because here we are as the person's running across. Okay, we get it picked up at 12:23:34. The shot rings out at 12:23, or the big boom, big bang, 12:23:29. Okay, and as you can see right here, this is where the FBI video picks up. Okay, so at this moment, this distance to the edge here does not make sense. We're talking about someone that would be running like low 440s type of speed, and it's not there. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, from being laid down, I want you to imagine this.
Yep.
You're laid down. Let's go with the state slop narrative.
Yep.
Prone position, rifle in hand, hanging out over the edge, towel, backpack, screwdriver.
Yeah.
Okay. And as the camera pans across, he's already running before people are ducking. Look,
Right.
I had one of the Cardone guys, Grant, or I think it's Grant. He basically said he'd give $100,000 for anybody that could do this.
Right.
That could literally be down, like facilitate it. I mean, because, and he's not going to go. He knows it don't make sense. Grant does. I mean, Grant's not just going to go throw $100,000 away.
Right.
I mean, this time does not. This does not make sense. This is why they got in trouble. Okay. This is why they deliberately trimmed the video to begin at 12:23:34. So,
well, and because there's no shot too.
Absolutely.
And because there's no shot.
So here is where things get even more interesting. I believe we have a co-conspirator. Okay. Because I submit that this white SUV right here that is just conveniently parked. Okay. Look, they can see right through here and see that they've got a parking spot available. You see that?
Yeah.
Like, you're not interested in parking. Okay. I can make that leap, and I'll show you here in a moment why I can make that leap. Okay. But this car is waiting for something or someone. Okay.
For sure.
I'm going to hit play.
Okay.
Recalled something odd that happened on that day involving a white Toyota RAV4. The story goes, obviously everybody's eyes are peeled, looking for anything unusual, looking for the suspect on this manhunt. And there's an officer who catches a speeding car shortly after the shot is fired. And this officer is convinced that this is the killer. Like this, I'm going to be in hot pursuit of this killer. The officer pulls over the Toyota RAV4.
So that white SUV, and I don't know if that is the one. I don't know. This is back when Candace broke this on December the 17th. Okay, about the UVU. And this is another thing. Like, this story never went anywhere. I don't know whatever happened. Candace supposedly had someone within the department that was talking to her. She talked about it one episode, and then it never was mentioned ever again.
And that's something that's bothered me, that the early on investigation stuff where there was all these potential ways to go and dig deeper. Done. We're not investigating. We're not looking.
I have ADHD brain. Like, I mean, I really do. Like this. I mean, this is like, it reminds me of like ADD brain type of stuff. Like where, I mean, you're just like, there's project here, project there. I mean, like, there's never like anything that's just, hey, we have literally, we say this down here in Texas, we milked that cow on all four tits. Like, it's done. I mean, like,
yeah,
it's just like, hey, we're going to do some pulls here, and then we're going to send her on her way. I mean, no, like, let's get to the bottom of something for once.
What I would assume, right? Like, so based on the early reporting that she did, they would have this written down somewhere, like on a vision board, a whiteboard, right? And all of these different things that seem to be pretty solid leads in the beginning, like the initial month of the investigation, a few weeks. And like, as these things start to come up, you continue to go down these different roads, and then you report on the ones as you're getting the information back, but you don't completely not talk about it ever again. And is this part of the SUVs that were rented by either FBI or the Egyptians? Is that one of these?
I don't know. I just know this much. And this is where I began to really just, it became too much, because I remember there was a period of time where it's like, hey, here are all of these Toyotas with all of these license plates, y'all. Like, are y'all ready for them? I'm going to give them to you. Here they are. Now y'all go find them. Go find them, kids. Like, it literally felt like I was invited to an Easter egg hunt.
A scavenger hunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go find. And I literally, I'm ashamed to say that I actually freaking just scroll. Like I was like, and I literally, it took me 15 minutes and I was like, you're an idiot, Blake. It's like, you're so gullible. Like, what's that going to prove? Like, you're going to see, I mean, number one, if you're lucky to find a license plate on a video. Look, this all came out in December.
Yep.
Do you know how many people probably had video from their DVR that's still fresh from September?
Yeah.
Unless you've got like a 15 terabyte system, like it's all recorded over. It's gone.
Yeah.
But go chase down some license plates, y'all. Like, and so I don't know if those Toyotas are involved or not. And quite frankly, I don't care. Like, I know that this vehicle right here, this white vehicle that leaves out of the parking lot at the moment, because they're waiting and watching at the moment, and there's probably some communications, because I think, this is someone other than Tyler that is someone that's like athletic. Okay.
Yeah.
Pull
off that jump off the roof. Yes.
Pull off that jump. I mean, look, you're not going to have a scrub designated to be the most important guy of the operation.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
No, this is pretty pivotal.
Yeah. Are you going to have a scrub that's got maybe a bad leg?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah. Let's put in Pete for this job. No, Tyler sounds great. No, you're going to have someone. You're going to have a capable operator. Okay. Yeah. So I would be willing to bet that this person that ran had comms, and they're talking to the white vehicle. Yeah. Everything. Hey, coast is clear. We got problems. All of it. I mean, you got to have a team of, or at least someone watching your six. Okay, helping you out.
For sure.
You don't want to have a surprise by some hero over there walking up in the grass. That's all they need is, for Trigger Smart to be walking to his car and Trigger Smart go and tackle a dude because it's suspect, right? You don't want that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, you got to have someone watching your six. This white car is watching the guy's six. Okay. There's no reason that you're just sitting there waiting right here. So here I would submit this. The FBI, look, are you familiar with security cameras?
I mean,
do you have them? Do you have, I mean,
yes.
Do you know of security cameras just panning in for the hell of it?
No.
The reason that they panned in is because not that they wanted to show him jumping off the building. If they were concerned about that, then we would see the missing minutes here. Okay.
Right.
I mean, think about that mental gymnastic there. They're concerned about us seeing the alleged shot from the corner, but they want to zoom in. They want us to zoom in on the dude dropping down to the ground to see a towel in his hand. I mean, the logic there just doesn't make sense.
No, by zooming in, it cuts out other things that you would see if they stayed zoomed out.
Yahtzee.
Yeah.
So they don't want to make it obvious that this white car is accompanying the guy running. Yeah. So they zoom in, and this is where, once again, I think they just kind of sloppy on this, that they put out. I mean, you got to think back. This is September the 11th, 12th. So they just zoomed in real quick, not knowing that we're going to be sitting here talking about it March 4th and honing in on a co-conspirator in this white car.
Right.
So they zoom in to make it less obvious, but it's plain as day that the white car. Yeah.
So does it show when that white car got in the parking lot? I'm sure they have it, but any footage that they've released, I know that they have it, because this is an actually very wide camera. And anytime we see zoomed in, they've done that. They've done that after the fact, but it actually would pick up the drive-in part right over there. So we would know when they got in and how many laps they did, or did they pull up right before and then park and wait and then pull around. And then as he's walking out, they leave. And this footage would also be able to show that kid running across the street or getting in the car.
It's going to show everything.
It would show it.
This is the true angle, or the true depth or
Yeah, the whole view of the camera right here.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
Yep.
this is it right here.
Okay.
All of this other stuff panning in is all extracurricular,
After the
intentional editing.
Yeah.
I mean, the FBI should have released just this video here, and if someone wants to zoom in, they can.
Right. Well, and because
We don't need y'all to go and make a cute video for us.
the zooming in didn't give us anything that we couldn't have seen from here. Like we would have seen him run across, scale down, and then jump off. Like us actually zooming in, it didn't enhance anything. It didn't give us any more understanding or knowledge as to who he was and what he did. We would have seen the same thing. It's a grainy video. But we would have seen him jump down. So like, why then? Why? Because it cuts out other things that they didn't want you to see. It's like a magic show, right? They intentionally are doing stuff over here because they don't want you to look over there. It's just that this is a video. And so instead of doing some like look over here thing, they just zoom in so you can only look at that.
I mean, it's not even a good magic show either. I mean, imagine like what makes good magic is that you can see everything and it's they're just cheating. Like they're just deliberately cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if, like you've got, who's the dude that levitates over like
Angel,
one of Chris Angel.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if he's just like, I mean, we're going to zoom in and not be able to see, or it's like deliberately hidden from people. I mean, it would never float. That's what this is. I mean, this is just crap. Right. And this is why we didn't hear a word out of any of them after the first week in September.
Yeah.
Press conferences are closed.
Yeah.
Run along now. Nothing to see here. Oh gosh. Yeah, this was great. I mean, this press conference here was just an absolute disaster. So this is where I'm just like, you want to tell me that you're concerned about tainting a jury pool, but you've got this
open, publicly accessible walkway. To access the suspected location, a person must climb over a railing and then drop to the roof only slightly below 12:15 p.m. Although the individual moved,
so he's just reading the indictment. But the thing about it is, and this is so infuriating to me, is that, and maybe there can be some change or something, but quite frankly, there needs to be a rule that if you're going to go in front of the world as a DA, as a officer of the court, as a law enforcement respected elected official, like what Jeff Gray is,
right?
If you're going to talk about something just off of paper and what you're saying, put that shit out.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
You're already talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the difference?
This district attorney's full of shit.
Yeah.
And I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, plea.
Yep.
It goes away.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, we cannot let that happen. Or if Tyler wants to make a plea and do I don't even know what they would, take the death penalty off the table, go with some sort of second degree something or whatnot. It has to be known that everyone isn't going away, that we are expecting stuff to be released.
Yeah.
And this is a pivotal point with law and order, justice, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Our court system, the criminal justice system. This is so monumental that we have to make certain that we make a stand to demand the truth come out. Because just because Tyler does a plea, essentially saying, I did it, we know he didn't do it.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Jeff.
I got to get a jacket. You keep talking. I'm cold.
Yeah, no, you're good. Greg, not Jeff, but Greg on the Entheogenic Esquire brought up what they're trying to, or what they were trying to do, or what they wanted it to look like that they were trying to do in Utah in order with the court system somehow with, I don't know, it had to do with like the death penalty and expediting it to try to scare Tyler into accepting a plea, right? Because a plea can happen at any time, Greg said, right up until at any time. And he said that they were just trying to do something in Utah with expediting it just in general, not specifically with this case, but in general in Utah, they're trying to pass something to expedite death penalty cases. And Greg's theory, the Entheogenic Esquire, was saying, and nothing came of it, but I think that he's saying they were trying to scare Tyler, or at least, especially if the defense is in on it in some way, shape, or form, for the defense then to go to Tyler and to convince him to take a plea, to try to get him to plea out. Because, you know, just like in like the Koberger case or other cases, once that happens, mum's the word, nothing comes out, we know nothing, we get no answers, it all goes away. And my question is this, right? So if that were the case, why are they trying to get Tyler to plea if Charlie's alive and he's not the patsy, or he didn't play some peripheral role in this? That's just like so many parts of this, in my opinion, fit way more to the fact that this was a coordinated thing, that Charlie is sadly but honestly dead. He's not here. And that they've been trying ever since September 10th to, you know, give us this BS narrative and plant it all on Tyler and get us to move on and hurry this up. And Erica wants to hurry this up and expedite it and hurry up and convict and put him away, or convict and put him to death and move on. Yeah, it's just,
it's sick. I mean, I tell you, I ask myself at least a couple of times a day when I see stuff or hear stuff, or I'm catching up on a podcast and I'm hearing about, you know, something being like, who the hell are these people?
Right.
Like literally.
Yep.
There's video from all around Charlie. There's photographs.
Yeah.
Really good photographs.
Yep.
Go watch what it takes for something to be fake, and for like that happened in his neck. I mean, I don't think it was designed. I think it was I do not believe that was the intention, was for a neck wound.
No,
I think it was supposed to.
Correct.
It was supposed to be a chest wound.
Correct. To look like a 30-06 entry and exit. Yeah,
you cannot. Or I don't even think there. I mean, there wouldn't have been an X. I think something was just supposed to stay contained underneath the shirt.
Yeah.
And look, everyone is like, you can't operate under the assumption that the detonation went to plan.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
You have to actually operate under the assumption that it actually didn't.
Correct.
And that's what starts to actually make more sense with what started, like with these disinformation style social media accounts that just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's like they were intentionally deployed because, oh shit, the wheels on the bus could easily come off, right? Like, this is not good at all.
So think about this, right? The patsy, whoever, the mechanism of death that they were going to claim, the patsy that they were going to claim it on, all had to be part of the process of beforehand. So the person being on the roof and the whole part of this FedSlop narrative wasn't done after the fact. It was all set up ahead of time. So that means whatever they were going to plan to make it look like would have to fit that narrative, right? A 30-06 bullet on the roof from the Losi Center. And the fact that we didn't see anything like that, and then we see the disinformation artist of Erica Kirk and Andrew Colvett with the neck of steel, and oh, the surgeon said it was a miracle, and in every other case it would have gone through and through, but God was there that day. He saved everyone behind him. He ate spinach. He flexed when he did it. He just was, so strong. I've never seen bones so dense. He was just so dense bones, right? All of that was an attempt after the fact to rein this in. Like, dude, so you can train things in all the time, especially things like this, like with all these different mechanisms. And they probably trained it a couple times, but it would have been expensive to practice this in a real scenario. You'd only have a certain amount of times to practice this. They'd have to have like maybe 3 devices, identical devices, to practice this 2 times, and then they'd go on their third, right?
I agree.
And so,
yep.
The way that it's on the lapel, right, is crooked. It's whoever put it on that day. Look at the mic on all the other occasions. It's flat. It doesn't sit like that. And if you follow John Bray's theory, where there's a prime explosion to separate it from the body, if it's on crooked, by the time the shape charge explosive goes off, it goes a wrong direction. Okay. And I agree with you. I'm still not 100% on what caused the wound, if it's a piece of the back of the mic, or if it's the St. Michael's pendant. We know that the cross is what's still under the shirt on the back of the collar after it flies over his head. And that's the other thing with Jesse. He shows the footage, the still camera, when they're carrying Charlie to the car, and Jesse goes, "Oh, see, that's the tube hanging out of the shirt right before they put Charlie in the car. That's his necklace. It's hanging from the back of his shirt collar. It got stuck." But yeah, so I mean, I'm not quite 100% sure.
Just so Jesse knows that raw file is in existence. It's not blurry like what he's probably screenshot. He screenshotted off of an internet page,
which is what he did. He showed a blurry.
He just needs to know that raw file that was shot out of the actual camera itself with that super nice lens.
Yeah,
it's in existence.
So it's very
and people have it.
It's his necklace, correct?
People have it. Yeah. Just wait. Wait. But keep going, Jesse.
Yeah. So yeah, you see it here. It's put on different. And the other thing I'm going to say real quick, Charlie had a tick on his left side. I've watched thousands and thousands of hours of footage before this happened, but also since. Okay. And he has this tick on the left side where he like pulls down on his lip and it strains the left side of his neck. And that's exactly what you see in that one photo. It's not a prosthetic. It's his tick. Go watch what he does time and time again. That's not a prosthetic. It's his tick that he does. Okay. And because that's another part of Jesse's
see him right there.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's why, like, literally, and this is what, look, I think everything that Jesse has said with his little, I don't even know how many part series, I think it's complete and utter bullshit.
It is.
Okay. And I just do not I would never platform Jesse. And I would never I just wouldn't.
Nope.
Because I think he's full of shit.
Yep.
And so this is what's difficult for me, is with everyone that kind of plays in the sandbox together.
Yep.
Like, whose sandbox are you playing in? Because guess what? People like you and me that are just kind of like small accounts.
Yep.
We're watching.
Yep.
We're watching.
Barron said he has his number and he's calling him and they're communicating. And Jesse's communicating with Valhalla and Gary. Gary's playing Jesse's videos. He's okay with it. Now Barron's playing his videos, but won't actually like fully call him out on it. I mean, to me, that's just so, I don't know, man. You know, I like Barron, but this is something that bothers me right now. It's just something in this scenario that bothers me. And I haven't reconciled what it is yet. But here's the other thing. Jesse will tell you on his video, his whole thing, it's based on the stupid Snake Eye video. He said this is pivotal to his theory, the Snake Eye video. And that this Charlie was like a freaking toddler when Snake Eyes came out. And that means what they've been planning this since before Charlie was even in high school. Charles Kirkland and all of these synchronicities and that means that, I mean, it's just.
Let me ask you this, Matt. Okay. So what would you say if this was the angle that when this whole planning was going into existence, right? That they actually have stuff pre-planned that they can talk about should shit hit the fan.
For sure.
Right? What do preppers do? Preppers prep for when shit hits the fan.
Yep.
So you've got your bunker filled with stuff. This is the equivalent of the bunker being full of supplies because they don't know what's going to happen. But the worst thing you do is to have it where only one person is the point of fail or the success person. And if he fails, that would be Brian Harpole. If Brian Harpole fails, then everybody's cooked. You're not ever going to do that. You're going to have things ready to launch, which is genuinely where I think this ridiculous palm pistol thing came from. Is there were certain accounts that were deployed in case of shit hitting the fan, the wheels on the bus falling off, that they're going to throw it out to Twitter, which is kind of like the Wild West, okay? Because, I mean, Twitter's the only place that we can sit here and play everything like we're actually adults.
Correct.
You can't do it on YouTube where they think that we're still in junior high.
Right.
But literally, you've got Twitter taken care of, where they know they're going to deploy this person, this person, this person, this person.
Right.
And it's going to seem like they are in the trenches.
Right.
They're in the Coliseum with you and me. Right. Like, we're in this together, brother.
Yeah.
We're gonna, but honestly, like, they're like, oh, you know what? He's got a gap between that finger and that finger. And then he pulls his little shirt here. It's a palm pistol. And then they're going to blast it. And you're going to have like, look, I never encountered groupies, and there were groupies. There are Rick Cutler groupies out there, bro.
Yeah.
There's one dude named Nicky, and I swear to God, like, I think he's got Rick Cutler posters. You remember how like junior high girls had like boy band posters on the?
Yeah.
He's got Rick Cutler posters everywhere. The dude's infatuated with Rick Cutler.
Yep.
I'm like, man, you're not normal, man. Like, there's something wrong with you. You need to, no, it's not. It's that he's deployed.
Yep.
He's trying, because they get into spaces, they start controlling, like, oh, yeah, he's doing this. He's doing this.
Right.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Did Hunter Kozak look over and give the signal to Rick Cutler, or did he give the signal to Brian Harpole? Oh, okay, shut up.
Right. And the timing's off when he pulls on the sleeve and the
timing's
sound
off.
The timing's not even there.
Look,
And then
I'm telling you right now, Gary or anybody that's one of these palm pistol, or not, Gary's not a palm pistol guy, but anybody that's a palm pistol person, go buy one.
Right.
Show us.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're from the 30s. They're like gangster props.
Yeah.
Like, you can go get one at a pawn shop, I'm sure. Go buy one.
Yeah.
There's a dude that's like a wrestler. His name's Val.
Yeah.
Super annoying.
Yep.
Because he's one of those.
Yep.
He's infatuated with Rick.
Yeah.
He loves him.
Yep.
He's infatuated with him. Dude, Val, go buy one, dude. You've got money. Go show us.
And
go set this thing up. Show us how hard it is to aim that sucker without even moving your hand.
Well, and how inaccurate they are. They're very inaccurate, right? And even though, like,
can you imagine? Like, dude, get a laser pointer and turn it on.
It doesn't matter.
And then I want you to pretend that, and you try and hit a target with a laser pointer. And I'm telling you, it's the same thing. A laser pointer is no different than you aiming a palm pistol.
Yep.
I would love to see someone with a laser pointer try and aim with their hand that's moving. And you mean to tell me that Dan Flood's going to be standing right there? Frank Turk's going to be standing right there? Dude, that is the last place you're going to catch my ass.
Yeah. 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 And here, check. So, He doesn't even get to stabilize it, right? Like you would with a handgun. He's not looking down the sights, iron sights, right? He's not lining it up. He's literally off to his arm, and he doesn't even like try to aim it. And so even though Wolves in Finance said like, oh, there's these lasers and he's using special spec glasses, it doesn't matter if you put a laser dot on Charlie's neck or not. Rick Cutler's ability to hit the dot doesn't exist. From that distance, with how inaccurate those Palm Pilots are, he's not even lining it up. Like there's just, yeah. And then Dan standing right there. Okay.
No,
oh my goodness.
It's laughable.
He's got a can of dip in his back pocket. It's not the Palm Pilot.
Yeah, I was trying to Palm Pistol. I was trying to find my video of Rick Cutler, the close-up video. So this is one thing that really, really concerned me with Wolves in Finance, right? Is should we? Do you want to watch it or not really? Like where he's making the assertion, like, do you see what he did in that video? We got 33 minutes of genuine where he's like talking about Trump and the military, right. and then all of a sudden, I still don't understand this. Like, it's like he reeled people in for 30 minutes and then he went straight.
Correct.
Like slop.
Yeah. They're not
and
connected. It's like he took
they're not
videos and then he just put them together.
But he tried to make it all like his consistent, or well, he's not consistent, but he tried to make it like his stamp by linking the two. And the thing about it is his dots that he connected were that Rick Cutler is wearing special glasses that are thick.
Yeah.
And dude, that image is manipulated. Those are normal freaking Randolph Engineering aviator sunglasses. I have 3 pair.
I had a couple questions. Yeah, that was one. Because the image that they show of those glasses are not the same looking glasses in other images of Rick Cutler that day. They look like normal aviator glasses. Who manipulated that image? Him? To make them look plastic and like
I don't even
weird.
I do not know. Just a second. I've got too many freaking photo albums. I'm telling you what. Like I gotta get this fixed. I will. by our next stream. I have just too many videos, and this is not even. I'll find it. Keep talking.
Yeah. So let's see. With Rick, my other question with Rick is, how do we know when he shows that other video from behind Rick? Whoever's doing the hand signals, is there any photo or video from the front that shows that's even Rick? How do we even know that the person
Are you talking about the countdown?
Yeah, the 5 and the 4. Is that even Rick's hands? Like you can't tell whose hands those are.
I want you to imagine how ridiculous these guys are, all wearing microphones.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that you're about to pull off an assassination and you're going to stick your fat hand up in the air and start counting down?
In front of Charlie.
In front of Charlie. Yeah. Hey, Charlie, 5.
Yeah.
Dude, get the...
Well, and that's
I'm
why
sorry, Wolves in Finance. I mean, well, my mind's made up now. So, I know that much.
And this is why I don't think he actually was claiming that Charlie's assassinated. The only way that Rick Cutler would even be doing hand signals, which I don't even think he would, because we obviously do see hand signals from the other people in the team, but the only way Rick would be doing them in front of Charlie, and Charlie not go like, what is this guy doing in front of me doing hand signals and counting down, would be if Charlie's alive. And that Charlie was in on it. And so that's why I don't think Wolves is actually asserting, and that's why he used Jordan, and that's why he used Algeist. I don't think he said that he believes Charlie's dead, but I don't really think he's claiming that in reality. I think he said that at the end, but I think he's clearly in the same camp with everyone, because there's no way the dude standing right in front of Charlie is going to start doing a countdown in front of him if they're about to assassinate him. They'd only do that if he's in on the thing, and he's not. And so it was so disconnected his video and his theory. Yeah, there you go. Those are normal glasses. Yep.
These are normal Randolph Engineering glasses. If you don't believe me, go look them up right now. Randolph Engineering, they're popular with pilots,
Yep.
people in the military.
Yep.
These are normal glasses. Okay. Wolves in Finance is incorrect about him having a special. You see that right there?
Yep. Mike. Yep. Comms. Yep.
You know what? Forget the mic. We're going to go back to hand signals.
Yep. Yeah.
Get out of here.
So either there's only two things that happened then with that video. Either he manipulated the video to make it look like Rick Cutler had some sort of weird glasses on, or someone manipulated it and gave it to him. And because if he did any of his research, he would have seen multiple different videos and still images from that day that those are normal glasses. So you can't think that's innocent. That's not innocent. Part of that whole video is that those are special military DARPA glasses that could see infrared in the daytime.
Do you remember what the scene was right after he showed his glasses that were thick? I mean, he's showing a dude in full tech. I mean,
Yes,
just
correct. Yeah.
a freaking beast rolling down. I mean, ready to go take Osama out, and so he's making that connection with
Correct.
what Cutler has on right here. Boom, and then he goes and shows the. So it's like the palm pistol is guided by his thick glasses because, hey, look here at this super military soldier that's got his lasers all going. Like, dude, it's so freaking manipulative.
It is.
Like,
it really is.
Like, fuck you, Zach. I'm sorry. Dude.
Yeah.
I feel that way. I genuinely feel that way about him after doing that.
They're gonna use a palm pistol from the what you
30s.
said 1930s.
Yeah, look at. I mean, you can see like they actually have that one is from the 30s. It's like something that gangsters were using like during Prohibition and shit.
They have all of this high tech, but the thing that is actually going to do the blow, the most important part of this for Zach's theory is something from the 1930s that could fail, that is not accurate. So everything
it's
else
almost like,
tech,
dude, I feel like I just lost 100 brain cells that were even giving the palm pistol actual airtime. And
Bro,
it's all because of Wolves in Finance, you know.
when he got to that part in the video, I already was like, I'm going
Dude, I was like, dude, I thought I clicked on the wrong video. I thought I touched the little fast forward thing on YouTube, and I was like, hold on, I skipped out of this video. No, I didn't skip out of the video.
Yeah.
It's literally on his video.
Yeah.
Normal. I mean, you agree, right? These are normal Randolph Engineering. Anybody can look them up. They look just like this. You can even see the RE. I'm sure the stream is compressing it, but right here on this little thing, you get the RE for Randolph Engineering.
Yep. To me, that's not an innocent thing to put a picture of Rick and with a manipulated image that makes them look bulky and big and plastic. Like they looked weird in the video, in the image that Wolf shows. And if no one was the wiser.
Oh my God. You know what the most, I can't believe, like, does he not have anybody cool to run ideas by, Zach? Because I'm like, dude, he just said that the freaking dip can is the palm pistol. Like,
right. I knew
it
that
goes
right
to show, dude, this dude has not lived. Like, dude, we used to walk around high school with dip cans in our pocket. I mean, like, dude, there were dudes like that rodeoed at my school. I mean, their jeans literally had the ring built into the back pocket, no matter how many times they washed it, because there's always a dip can right there. I mean, I went to a country school, but still, like, but I'm like, dude,
well, and
Zach,
I'll say this,
man,
guys
get
in
out.
the military,
You need to get out. You need to get out. Get away from the numbers, man. Go and live a little. That's called dip.
Yeah, guys in the military. Everyone's on nicotine. We're either all smoking cigs or we're dipping, depending on what we're doing. If we're in the field, there's certain contexts where when you're in the military, you can't smoke, and so most people dip. And now there's new dip that's not brown and leaves and tobacco, and you can swallow it, and it's less conspicuous, but the cans are still the same. The dimensions of the palm pistol, the circumference of the dip can are not even close. The dip can is way bigger. You can see that it's flat in the back of his pocket. It doesn't even look like the palm pistol. And the fact that he goes, look, it's right there. It's the exact same shape and size is just nuts.
It is.
It's not even close.
I mean, we got 2 dip cans just chilling right here.
Yep. Or Zyn. Maybe they're Zyn or whatever, the new type of dip cans. Yep.
Is that out? I don't even know what it is. They're all the same dimension.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, dude, I think a third grader, at least a third grader from Texas, will be like, yeah, it's dip. Yeah. But an accountant from Arizona must be like, oh, that's a palm pistol.
Yeah. Can we talk a little bit about what we see with the shirt behavior? Do we have image like video that doesn't show the bad stuff that YouTube will ding us on, but do we, or are you good at pausing that part out?
I'm really not.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what I would like to do.
We could hold the X space or something on Rumble.
We will set aside YouTube.
Yeah.
And just the adult sites.
Yeah. Sadly, that's what you got to do to play the game, because YouTube is so nuts, dude. I did a video where I didn't show anything gross or anything graphic. It was just where I was breaking down the casket scene with Erica, and they demonetized the video, and they told me it was like graphic and all these things. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like thousands of people. It's everywhere. It's just, it doesn't show him. It shows his hands, and it shows her crying and kissing. Like there was nothing else in the video that was bad. And YouTube got on me about it. And I was like, what? That's so nuts. I didn't. So yeah, I agree.
And Matt, right now, look, whoever they is, that they are not liking this shit between you and me right now.
Correct. Yeah.
And they're probably like, oh God, they met.
Yeah.
Oh God, they met. This is not good. Oh God. I don't want to give them anything to like shut our channels down.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Rumble and X can be where we do those videos. But I'll just say, there's a lot of issues with the other theories from like Al Geist and Jordan Henshaw and Jesse with this whole, it's a squib, it's an over pressurization. They can't actually recreate a lot of the other things that we see that day, like with the necklace breaking. They have to use like a magnetic clasp. There's certain things that only I think could be accounted for with a huge energetic event, not just from over pressurization. And I'd love to. We'll get into that on X and on Rumble when we can actually show everything, like with the shirt behavior. That's when if you remember, everyone was like, when we started to see the video, because in the beginning, in real time, we just saw the event. Nothing was slowed down yet. No one saw the actual shirt behavior until later on. And then we didn't even see that, what was it, the 30 frame per second one that shows the back of the shirt puff out, right? Because there's a 60 frame and then there's a 30 frame,
right?
One from the side and one from the front. And so there's all of this weird behavior, right? That in my opinion is much more in line with John Bray, and that there's a massive energetic event under the shirt that acts upon the necklace itself and the 2 pendants, the cross and the St. Michael pendant, in order to break it, number one. And it didn't break it at the clasp. It didn't break the clasp. It broke it in the middle of the chain. Okay.
And that's what's so important on the theory. That's what everything hinges on, is that.
Yeah, and it flies.
Especially with that. Go ahead.
and that it flies up over his head. He hasn't been able to recreate
Yes.
that. He hasn't been able to recreate the breaking of the chain. It wasn't a thin chain. That necklace was a thick necklace. That's why it looks like a tube when you have a bad footage, a shot of it that Jesse uses, because it's thick. It would take a lot of energy to break that and to fly it up over his head like that.
Yeah. So this whole thing with Algeist or whoever the German guy,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
It absolutely is insane that he thinks someone's going to shoot into the van with all the people that are on the team right there, with people moving. You've got FaceTime Frank, carrying on like, he's doing something. He's not. He's just a distraction.
Correct.
I mean, it's just so unnecessary.
Correct.
There's a lot easier ways. Like, you don't have to shoot into the back of a van.
Correct.
Like, I'm like, dude,
How could he account for this? That once the countdown starts, because the person that's supposedly on the roof taking that shot isn't initiating the countdown. How can the person that's supposedly on the roof, once they see the countdown initiated, how does he know someone's not going to walk in front of the back of that trunk, that they're not part of the story? The mint lady and all of these other bystanders that are around there, they walk right. Like, so this whole theory would hinge on the fact that all of these little factors would have to be accounted for. You don't leave things to chance. Like military operations, they would have thought through all this. They would have had contingencies for contingencies for contingencies. And when they arose to something that could be unreconcilable, they would do something instead. They couldn't leave this, oh, we just hope no one walks in front of it once you start the countdown. We just hope no one gets in the line of fire.
And they can't be talking like they're on a countdown.
Correct.
Like, think about that. Like, they cannot look like they're doing something. It has to be nonverbal. They all have to have all of this practiced.
Correct.
That's why we get Dan Flood, telling, hey, steal third. That's the cue.
Correct.
When Dan tells everyone to steal third, they're all watching Dan so that they do their weird movement, okay, at that very moment.
Correct.
That it's actually being squeezed.
Correct. Because
it's
now
not
we have
hard.
lots of people messing with their clothing. And so
absolutely,
it gives cover to the one person that's actually got something under their clothing doing something.
Bingo.
Yeah.
That's what's so telling to me, is that Rick Cutler does his clothing when the actual thing that is Brian's doing is under the clothing.
Correct.
Think about that.
Yep.
That's what's so freaking revealing to me.
Yep.
Is that, yes, these are all shit hit the fan scenarios. That's why they're there. Look, this guy right here, Minivan Man, he is in existence for one reason and one reason alone: to do this at the moment he sees Dan tell people to steal third. The only problem is whoever planned this out didn't account for the fact that I'm going to get video from right here on the front row, and I'm going to see that he has nothing in his hands.
Right.
He's squeezing air.
Right.
It actually backfires because you're actually squeezing at the moment Dan Flood tells everyone to steal third. You're a decoy.
Yep.
I know you're a decoy. Y'all are all in on it.
Just like there's no real reason for a security team member like Rick Cutler to be in the crowd on the front fence like that, unless he's there just for his distraction part, for the part of his distraction with the shirt. Why else? Why is he plainclothes they're all plainclothes that day, but why is he in the crowd? What security? Remember, Brian Harple talks about their zone of influence. Each security member is tasked with their zone, and they're only focused on the 15 to 15 yards within that zone. They're not scanning the whole crowd. With all the different security members, they're tasked with a specific smaller zone that's in front of them. What the frick is Rick Cutler's zone? He's looking at Charlie. What's Rick Cutler's zone? He's not doing anything. He's not providing any security. He's not part of the original detail team. He was hired for that event only, and he's in the crowd, not providing any security. So what's his job? Why is he there? Oh, so he could do this? Yeah.
And see, some of the other group, some of the, the Rick Cutler groupies, the ones that are there they're like deployed. They're like, it doesn't matter what you say. He's pulling his shirt. Therefore, he has to have something to do with it.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, these people cannot wrap their brains around the fact that they are decoys to make everything confusing so that you're not focused in on one guy. Because remember, Brian Harpole squeezes,
Yep.
and then he goes back into his pocket to disarm the weapon, whatever it is. Okay.
Yep.
There's no reason when the boom rings out over the speakers that Brian Harpole's going to step back, not look at Charlie in the most practiced maneuver I've ever in my life seen. Everything was practiced. I mean, it was just like, it was like getting butter with a knife. They were butter. They were so smooth.
Correct.
He goes back into his right pocket to mess with the thing that was directly related to all of the audio issues.
Right.
Make it make sense. He did it.
Correct. Like, okay, so for a trained guy that his whole job is to react to a sound like that, what you see is the sound rings out and he doesn't turn and look. He doesn't flinch at all. He doesn't look over at Charlie. He actually takes a step back, disengages whatever he had turned on, and then also subtly turns and then goes over to Charlie. That there would be no need for the two movements before the turning and going to Charlie. The not looking at anything, not reacting to the sound, and then disengaging the thing in his pocket before he goes to Charlie.
If you're a true security badass, like what he pretty much puts the stamp on himself of, the moment you hear, and remember what he said to Sean Ryan? Heard that bullet slap him.
Right.
You just know.
Yeah.
I heard that bullet. I heard it slapping.
We heard the crack, and I heard it slap him. I heard it
slapping. He never looks over there.
Yeah.
Never.
Nope.
Oh, but Rick Cutler's got the palm pistol.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Let's check out a couple of the supers and see if there's any questions that people have had along the way. Oh, thank you for becoming a member. Oh, you'll have to actually click on them. It won't let me. You'll click on it. It'll pull them up on the screen.
Awesome.
That's you. Thank you for becoming a member.
You bet, man. I'm actually like, I am so happy to be a member of your page. And it's not like, I mean, just because I enjoy your content, no, I'm trying to like figure out crazy shit you're telling your your members, which I do that too. I'm like, you got to figure out what all is being said.
Yeah. And that's one of my #1 mods. She became a member of your channel, and I'm actually, I didn't have time before the show. We were meeting to get ready for everything. But I'll be doing that after. Oh, Glenn Coco is one of my mods too, and she became a member to your channel. There you go.
Awesome. Oh, Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. We know Erica and the whole TPUSA team is full of shit already. Why can't Candace raise hell? What happened 9/10 and get to the root of the issue and focus minute by minute?
I agree.
Ooh, that's
yeah.
Has she ever done that?
No.
I will say this. Can you hear that dog?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. I will say this. I've talked with Candace often. Not anymore.
Right.
She has all of my. She has. She has this video. So the day after I got this, I had to make sure I wasn't seeing shit. Okay.
Right.
So I go to the one person that I truly trust, and it's like my little brother. And my little brother is smart as hell. He's a petroleum engineer, and he's really, really smart. And he's an engineer. So he thinks totally different than me.
Right.
He just does. Like,
right.
He looks at stuff, and I'm like, dude, just walk with me on this.
Right.
And I'm like, tell me if I'm losing my mind. And so I sat on it for a day because I'm just like, this blew my mind. I mean, I'm like, it's exploding under his shirt.
Right.
So then Wednesday rolls around, and I'll never forget it. I was waiting to pick up my son and some of his friends at a Young Life for a youth group meeting at Texas Tech. They were on the football field, and I'm sitting there right underneath the Jones, our football stadium, and I'm on a live space with a lot of people. I'm on Ryan Mattis and Sam, and then all of a sudden, so at first Ryan wasn't going to give me the mic. And I remember I was texting Maze, and I'm like, or DMing her, I'm like, Maze, get me a microphone, because Ryan wasn't giving it to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have something that's going to break the internet. Give it to me. Like, this is like September, I think, 24th.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he does, and I tell everyone, because I posted it to my page, and then I went and got on the space. And I'm like, everyone, go look at my page. I'm like, it exploded. Something exploded under his t-shirt.
Right.
All of a sudden, I'm looking down, and I've got like Ian Carroll next to my name. Everyone, all these people start piling into this. Like, it blew up.
Yeah.
Like Dan, whatever that Dan Bazillion or whatever, I don't even, however you pronounce his last name. Yep. He's in there. The Cardone, I mean, big names are, and we're everyone. I mean, I recorded it because I was just like, this is crazy, because everyone was just silent. They were like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then that next day is when Candace calls me. And we go through, I think it was about a 20-minute phone call. I blow it up on my big screen. I'm showing her everything. She's telling me stuff. I'm like, and look, right here. I mean, like, this is a nice TV. You can see it. Like, Charlie's like almost, he's like 25% of his normal size. This TV's so big.
Right.
I'm like, look at this shit. And she's like, yep. Like, something exploded.
Yeah.
And she's like, can you send it to me? I'm like, yeah, I'll send it to you. What's a WeTransfer?
Yeah.
I remember asking her. I didn't know what the hell a WeTransfer was. That was my first WeTransfer, was Candace Owens. And shot it to her. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
It's going down. Like, she's like, I'm going to vet it. Give me a couple days, blah, blah, blah. And I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Barron covered parts of it, right? If I recall.
With me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
when you went on. Yeah, he's the only real. I mean, has Ian talked about it?
I don't watch Ian. Like, I
used to watch
Ian. He might have. I just.
Yeah. The only other, when John Bray, I mean, he's clearly talking about something exploding. And so those are the two big ones. Like, you, and then Barron had you on, and you guys went over it all, and went over all the behavior with Dan Flood and Brian Harple, and the priming, the interference with the AV. So then we got Phillip and Terrell Farnsworth, and all that behavior that leads up to the explosion, in my opinion, what we hear, the explosion. And then,
you know what's so confusing to me is that Barron is the only one that gave me a platform to discuss what Brian Harpole's doing, what he's got on his body, where he's squeezing. No one And I mean, no one is talking about this.
Yeah, which is really
And you
weird.
can see it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about imagining a palm pistol.
No.
I'm talking about you can see him twisting something in the thing. Like, he pulls it out of his pocket a little bit.
Comes out a little bit.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
That
On my
should
own-
tell every single person watching right now to ask the question, why? If you've got a big content creator, why? Why are you not talking about this?
Yeah.
I thought you cared.
Yeah. Why are we
You've got
talking about?
You've got a guy doing something that the audio guy's being like, hey, he's fucked up the audio. And then Dan Flood's like, get over here, man. We got a problem. And then Brian walks over there, and then they're trying to play it off cool because, I mean, we can't just pull
Everyone's
the
got cameras.
I can't pull the remote out. So he's like real subtle with it.
Right.
And then he goes back to his position. Like, hello.
Yeah. Yep.
Why are y'all not talking about it?
It's never been more clear when you broke it down step by step how when he turns it on initially, then we start seeing the interference with the AV. We see Philip, we see Terrell, and they're looking at Dan in the ear. Then Dan gets on the mic. Then Brian comes over and he whispers in his ear. And as he tries to nonchalantly walk away, and then he goes back in the pocket, turns it back off, right? And then goes back to his, his X on the floor where he goes back to his position, and then back to puts both hands on, which comes in a little bit with his hands, but then turns it back on right before
when Henry Dells is done talking.
Correct.
Why?
Yes.
Why? Because he knows who's next.
Correct.
Oh boy, Hunter. What's oh boy Hunter going to do? Oh boy, Hunter is going to ask the magic trans gun question, which is going to lay the foundation for the trans furry lover up
Correct.
on the roof 140 yards away, who's got, I don't even think Senator Mike Kelly, the dude from Arizona that's got the satellites on his head, I don't even know if he could hear what is being said on the little, think about that.
That's a
He
good
shoots
point.
at the perfect time. I don't care is it Mike Kelly, the senator from Arizona? The dude can hear from the space station, like what's going on down here.
Yeah.
And how did he know? How did he know to shoot at that moment, at that perfect time? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, and so here's my other question, right? So with the whole Charlie's alive and in on it thing, right? Jordan saying that Charlie's last words were supposed to be Jesus is Lord. Completely just makes that up. There's no any proof of that. And they're saying that Charlie started the countdown by itching his nose. It was extremely hot that day. He's extremely sweaty, right? And
he touches his face 5 times.
Correct.
And he might have started the countdown early. It's such disrespect to Charlie. It's sickening.
Correct.
And
that's why that theory makes me so mad. And that's why I'm mad that Barron isn't saying more against it, because it actually, it accuses Charlie of so much. It is so disgusting that it really bothers me. It just really bothers me. Oh, we didn't get through it. You want to do the next super?
Yep. Let me get this back off the screen. Oh, did that one. Okay. Dude, been hoping on this collab for a long minute. Way stoked it's finally happening, and hope we get some encores. We absolutely will, or y'all will. You and Matt are about the only ones left truly keeping it real on the level with us. You do the 806 proud. Reckham, baby. Yes, thank you, Reckham.
Thank you, Mystic. You're the best.
Yeah, thank you, Mystic. Fellow Red Raider 806.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's better late than never. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, 100%. And when you see so many people all of a sudden now, like in unison, either being okay with the Charlie's alive theory or actually trying to spout the Charlie's alive theory. And it's just, there's not a lot left. And then, for what it's worth, Candace and Barron, like the Sunday thing that he did, it didn't do anything to further the investigation in the case. That whole Sunday thing that was built up didn't really do anything at all to get us closer to what happened that day. At least today he started talking about Hunter Kozak, but we already kind of knew all that. And then, you know, why isn't Candace diving more into that whole, just that one segment of the video about the movement of the shirt that precedes the wound? So that means it would precede the bullet hitting him in the neck. You can't account for that. Remember in the beginning, they said it was because he was wearing a bulletproof vest. It ricocheted off the vest and then it moved the shirt. Okay, well, we know there's no vest. We could see his nipples. We could see the necklace underneath the shirt. So why does the shirt move first? Okay. Oh, well, it's this whole squid thing. No, yeah, come on.
There are people being deployed.
Yes.
There are people being deployed. And look, this is the problem. I know I consider this a PsyOp. I call it a PsyOp. The problem is to run an effective PsyOp. And I don't know if you remember back when, Barron did the episode with one of the, he's like a military guy involved with Turning Point. He's got the eyebrows that, he's basically this kind of PsyOp, just the father of PsyOps, right? Like involved with TP. This is the problem that these idiots never accounted for. A PsyOp only works if there's no fucking video.
Right.
If there's video, you're cooked.
Here we go.
And I'm telling you right now, you're cooked. The videos absolutely not only make you look stupid, they actually make things look really, really guilty.
Yeah.
Who is pushing all of this?
Yeah.
And I hope whoever, if there is ever some idiot down the road or an idiot organization or people that want to do a hostile, murderous takeover of a company, let this one be the lesson. Don't do it in front of the public where our kids, Matt and our kids can see it.
Yeah.
You're going to piss off some fathers that ain't going to let it go.
Yeah.
Do it in private. Don't do it in public.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Well, and here's the other thing, right? So they clearly were aware, and it's a Quino. I put that in the look in the what I added down. It should be in your queue. Can you see what I added down at the bottom?
Right here.
No, not a super. I added it to the screen, the document that's there.
Oh. Boom.
Yeah, that's the guy you're talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be him.
Yep. Yeah. So, but I just wanted to show that because we were talking about who was it. You can take it off now. I just wanted you guys to see it. That's who Blake was talking about.
These people, this was well thought out. There was a whole chain of those, if this, then that's, if this, then that, if this, then that. It's actually remarkable because it actually proves that the truth is the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth will come out, because if you have videos, I don't care how good of a bullshit artist you are. There's a reason that slow motion replay exists in the NFL, the NBA, the NCAA. There's a reason that we have slow motion replay.
Yeah.
Why do you think we have slow motion replay, Matt?
Because you can't capture things in real time. You got to slow it down and
you might see the foot actually be touching the white line. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Or the puck crossing the line, the goal line.
Hello, absolutely. And that is why you can't have video if you're going to run an actual assassination from the inside and there be video. Because people like us are going to come along and we're going to get the video, and then we're going to be talking about it 8 months later on a live stream, being the biggest pain in y'all's asses that y'all have ever seen.
And because this is the first assassination of this generation with this many cameras at the event, I think they planned it to the best of their ability, where they thought they were going to do all these distractions because they clearly knew that there was going to be cameras, not just TPUSAs. There was going to be There was going to be press there, and everyone has a camera now in the palm of their hand. So they did things that day that clearly showed that they were aware that there were going to be cameras, but they didn't think it all the way through of how this was, because I think they thought Charlie was relevant to the young audience. I don't think they realized the effect Charlie had on everyone, and that everyone was going to be this interested, and that our attention span was going to be sustained for this long. Oh, the next cycle. Remember in the past, well, no, we'll have another mass shooting. We're going to have another big event, and we're going to get people moved on. We got the war planned. That's coming. That's going to get people moved on. All these other things, their attention won't stick. They're going to move on. The next big thing in the cycle is going to move everyone on. No, not here. And they didn't account for all of us that we're going to spend all of our spare time literally getting a video and watching one person for like 45 minutes and just isolating just that one person. They did not account for all of that. They really didn't. And is there a reason why
I was doing a live show on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm like, man, I don't really give a shit about football today. Let's do a Charlie Kirk space.
Yeah.
That's when you know, like, oh shit.
Yep.
These people are on another level of serious. Like, oh shit.
Yep.
I can just hear them.
I have a question for you. Remember, Candace had said that there's not a lot of camera footage from that left side, from inside
Charlie's
the
left?
crowd. Yeah, Charlie's left in the crowd. So he's looking out at the crowd on that side, like where Rick Cutler is and everyone is. That for some reason there's not a lot of footage from that side. Do we have any footage from that side?
I just showed you Cutler. That's from the left.
Right, but of the actual event, besides like the 2 or 3 that we've seen.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the lady in the front row. There's a video that exists that I'll put it to you this way. You can see how many knuckles squeeze on Braun Harpole. It's that good.
So then why didn't Candace come out and say that there actually is footage? And
I stopped talking to Candace.
Why couldn't she get the footage though? Why, with her team and her resources and her reach?
Mm-hmm. It's a good question. You ever heard of Perry Mason?
Yeah.
There will be a Perry Mason
moment. Yeah. I hope so.
I learned like, because I got attacked like I've never been attacked before. I had people like Zeb Boykin calling videos fake and this and that, and I mean literally, I had like these big ass mosquitoes, these blood sucking mosquitoes, like with the face of Zeb Boykin and Jason Goodman, like coming in and just attacking me. And so I learned like, we gotta be a little more, like, I know it now. I know who all these players are now. I mean, I wish to God that Jason Goodman would have come with a warning label.
Yeah.
He didn't. I know now. I know there should be a warning label there.
Yeah.
Crazy boomer, stay away.
Yeah.
He'd go chases other old men around the country and does like weird stuff. You know what I'm talking about, right? Barron played that like where Jason Goodman's like chasing down John Cullen. He goes on a across the America road trip, and then all of a sudden he finds him.
Yeah. Hey, can I ask
you? Do you know how stupid? Like that is so stupid.
Yep.
I still can't believe I watched that. Like that is the craziest. Like
that was a waste of a show, number one, and I think that whole thing was staged that they showed. I don't believe that was a real event that they were mad at each other.
Jerry Springer is more believable than the shit that I saw. I saw 2 old guys argue in front of an upper middle class neighborhood, like
and then turn off the camera and they went out for beers.
Oh yeah, all right, that's a wrap. All right, what kind of you want coffee? Or I guess it is. Let's go get a beer.
Yeah,
that's literally probably what happened.
Yeah,
we're good.
We're good. Do you feel comfortable answering? Did something happen? Why you stopped talking with Candace? Did she stop? Did something happen? Do you feel comfortable answering that?
She just, yeah, she I mean, she stopped answering text. A lot of texts went out.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I think it was probably figured out pretty early on that Blake is Blake and Blake is Blake.
Well, and that you're like full steam ahead into actually like investigating key aspects of that day. Like we're focused on that day right now. And yeah, some of the
and resourceful. I mean, like, dude, I literally identified people using Adam Bartholomew's video. Okay.
Yeah.
I would find someone and then I would go find them on social media. Then I would message them. Then I would try and get them to send me video.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, it was like, it was hard. I mean, that's why it took me 2 weeks to track down. I mean, like, but then I started like, you start figuring out common faces.
Interesting.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Like there's people that show up multiple times throughout some of the most pivotal videos. And yeah, that could be coincidence, but there's also like, it's just strange too, you know? And so you start, and there's a lot of people that, I mean, I've talked to, they've given me video, and I mean, like adults, we'll get into it later because there's something that was new tonight on Barron's show. I mean, like with people that there's a lot. I would say right now there's like 8 pivotal other videos that these other people have.
Yeah.
That I've seen.
Yeah.
That's just kind of gone by the wayside because people are afraid too. I mean, the last thing you want. Look, I had some crazy ass death threats called. Like I'm talking. Crazy. And I can only imagine what maybe someone that has video there that day, if it gets out that you've got video, can you imagine what kind of target you might feel like?
Right.
I mean, you damn sure, look, if I'm living in Utah, number one, I'm moving out of Utah because I mean, it's literally like, to me, one of the most corrupt states off of just what I've seen. Like, I'd rather go live in a banana republic because at least I know how the banana republic government's going to treat me. The scary part is like to have, oh, you're in the United States where there's like law and justice and truth and we're going to get to the bottom of it. No, I don't want to live in the state that you're just telling me a bunch of bullshit and I don't know really how to predict your behavior.
Yeah.
Like that's scary to me. I'd rather go live down in the banana republic where at least I know how I'm going to be treated.
Yeah.
And it's already sketch.
Yeah.
I don't want to be living out here where it's like, oh, this is all truth. We're in American state, which is Utah. You know, we're the classiest state. No, you're not. You're trash. Yeah. This is trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but literally, these are the type of things that just are calculating through my head. If I'm like someone that's got video, I'm getting the hell out, or I do not want anyone to know about it.
And so a lot of people have stayed silent or not come forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they just very subtly, like, luckily, I believe my work and some other people's work has spoke for itself that we are on a particular team. Like, we're not over here pushing this nonsense stuff. And look, I think it's very indicative why people shoot me messages is the fact that they do have a level of trust that I'm not going to go Jason Goodman on them type of thing.
Yeah. 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 I agree. Yeah.
So, I mean, literally you treat people correctly.
Yeah.
You have some decency as a human being. You know, you show that you can be trustworthy and that you are in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like, things start happening.
Yeah. It speaks for itself. Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
So,
what was the next one? We got Renita. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. We still have Party Matt. The people want encores, definitely. we're blessed and grateful for you. Awesome Black Line brief.
Yeah.
Black Line crew community you've provided. Thank you. Awesome. Yes.
Thank you,
I'm
Mystic.
telling you, Mystic. Awesome. Thank you. Yuli John. I'm not convinced because we don't know what it is. I disagree. It caused the feedback. But I do agree he's got something and he's doing weird things, but you got to figure out. Okay. Let me just address the feedback part.
Yeah.
Correlation is causation here. There is absolutely no reason at all, zero, that Philip Goldsberry, with all of the craziness that's happening at that moment,
Yep.
when Charlie's talking, that Philip looks over to the head of TPUSA Security, Dan Flood.
Yep.
Does this, and Dan Flood called Brian over to turn it off.
Yes.
Zero.
Right, because Dan Flood has nothing to do with the AV. He has nothing to do with the sound, unless Philip knows that Brian and Dan are doing something that, when they've trained or practiced, has the potential to interfere with the sound. And Jordan Henshaw has said there's no way the things in Brian Harple, on his body, under his shirt, in his pocket. Talking about something that you buy at Best Buy, over-the-counter equipment maybe wouldn't affect and have a feedback with the AV. Hey, dude, what about anything that's you don't know about? How about high technology that either the military or something that maybe even certain, government contractors could have access to? Something else, they're not going to leave this thing to chance. And they're not operating with standard gear that you could buy over the counter, gear that you're talking about that you've had experience with in any of your AV jobs. Okay, yeah, but whatever he's got on his body, under his shirt, and in his pocket, yeah, I do think it could interfere with the system and give feedback issues. Because why else would Philip be pointing in his ear to Dan, and then Dan calls Brian over, and then he goes in his pocket after? What? Explain that. Oh, he says that's just a coincidence. Just a coincidence.
There's no other time on any other American Combat Tour stop, prove me wrong stop, that they have anything remotely close to the issues and troubles that were present during that 10-minute span on September the 10th. It's because they had a weapon that they were about to detonate. Period. Period. End of discussion. I'm telling you, there is no reason for any of that stuff. There's no reason. And that's why they probably never figured that Philip was going to be caught on camera doing this.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
That was never going to be seeing the light of day. And Philip probably didn't even realize it. Like, look, imagine you're in the moment. You're there at the computer, the laptop, and you're watching the displays, and you've probably got someone in that Sprinter van that's right there, the Mercedes Sprinter, that's also running another control type of computer. Like, this is super, super regulated. They're watching it, they're monitoring it, and there's absolutely no reason for that whole thing to happen the way it did.
Correct.
And there not be a there.
Correct.
And so when I hear, and look, I got into a space last night with Jordan, went on his live stream, thought it was very diplomatic, right? With both of us, because we both have not seen eye to eye on some things, and I made some points. Look, he agrees that something is chemically reacting. I'll put it that way. There's a pressurization event overpressurization event. I
Yeah,
don't care what you call it.
That's what he said.
There's something originating. I mean, I'm trying to make it so blatantly just blanketed between both theories.
Yeah.
There's something happening under his shirt.
Yeah.
That's a yes. I asked him. That's a yes.
Yeah,
I do believe that.
Under the shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a computer program that's running this. Yes, I agree. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Brian Harpole has something in his pocket that he is arming or that he's messing with that has a direct link to what happens underneath that t-shirt. Yes, yes, that's a yes. I was like, all right, see ya. Thanks, man. I mean, welcome to the team.
Yeah.
Guess what? There ain't no squib. I mean, you literally just proved my point.
Yeah. He just draws a totally different conclusion, which is just
at the end of the day, I'm like, dude, if you want to spend your money and your time blowing stuff up and like trying to mimic this, go for it, dude. Knock yourself out. Like, I mean, like it's all for show, but at the end of the day, I'm like, you're still proving that something happened under a shirt.
Yeah.
So we're both right.
Yeah.
And so literally, like, what I have such a problem with is like, he sits there and tells us that like there's nothing wrong with the audio and stuff. Like he's like this, like some sort of, and I'm like, dude, you're not an expert. Like if you were this kind of expert, like you would be working for Taylor Swift on tour because you're so freaking smart at audio stuff. Like I want you working for a damn AC/DC style concert or like you're not going to be doing little things like doing this. And you know, you should be doing something massive, bro. Living in a mansion because you're a brilliant sound person.
Yeah.
So you can't tell me this, like, because it doesn't make sense. Like that you're like, it's so smart, but you can tell me that, oh, there's absolutely, it's just normal feedback.
Right.
So then that's where I'm like, okay, you're supposedly really smart, but you're telling me that all of this sound stuff is normal. No.
Yeah.
There's something up. Something's up. No. We see through it.
And I had a question with the whole backpack thing, and you made such a good point because you have the footage that Mikey McCoy comes back 15 minutes after with the backpack, right? But when you ask the question, and even I don't know if he answered you on that moment or if it was later, but it's basically just a laptop with a phone, and then he kind of adds that there might be some extra exterior wiring. Or your question was, why is the concealment of whatever's in this backpack so paramount? Like you're talking about a laptop and a phone. Wouldn't that just look like just a normal laptop on a phone in Mikey's backpack? Why would he have to run out of there to conceal what's in there? And he said, yeah, it's a laptop and a phone. And then he says data. And I'm like, okay, I don't know that you could see data, but, and then he says exterior wiring. And then he says like internal circuit board and different, like it's conflicting statements. It's like,
it reminds me of that scene in Zoolander, you know, when they're the files are in the computer and they throw the computer, like the files are in the computer and they like they trash it. It's like a moment like that.
Yeah.
I still don't understand because I'm like, Jordan, Mikey's walking away because he knows what's about to happen and he's getting back on the phone and he's walking away because he wants to get the hell out of there. Like it's like, I knew this was happening and I've already got a live call. More than likely it's Erica on the phone and I'm going to go walking away. Look, to say that he wanted to get the stuff in the backpack away absolutely makes zero sense.
I agree with that.
I mean, why would they pick Mikey McCoy to have his backpack? They didn't even search anybody's backpacks. I mean, I know you don't necessarily know that, but for them to think that Mikey's going to be the first person that his backpack is searched by, I don't know, the Asian American cop, maybe? I don't know who. I don't know who. I just know this, that Mikey comes back with his backpack about 17 and a half minutes later. Yeah. And I don't see any concern on his face.
This is what really concerns me. So the people with the whole Charlie's alive thing, they're trying at different moments to exonerate all the people we've been looking at and said are suspicious. And so this explanation is trying to give some sort of innocent explanation to Mikey's behavior.
It's a good point. Very good point. So I don't see any, look, there was absolutely zero law enforcement like muscle there. They were all in on it. Even the police were in on it. Yeah, like I mean, like they all like I think the red hat officer who's on his iPhone the whole time, I think he's talking with someone that actually has access to the videos or that was watching it, because he's the only one that's not on a radio like everyone else is.
Right.
So who's he talking to? Is he talking to his wife about what they're going to have for dinner tonight? He's walking around the tent like he's carrying, you know, his service weapon like literally it's a paperweight. I mean, he has, you know, old dude with the blue, big boy, he's got his weapon right here. Like, dude, he's ready to draw down on anybody. Like, come on. But the other dude is just walking around basically just carrying it by the clip. I mean, and he's on an iPhone. Everyone else is on radios. That is the guy, that officer that's in the plain clothes, red hat. He's the one that points to the grass to have the security team to go walk single file and pick things up. I think he's talking to someone that was watching video. They've played it back. It's now at 8 minutes after the boom. I think they were able to study where things exploded, shrapnel, because they have to go find it. Because guess what? The real FBI, the real ATF is on their way, and we don't have all day. We need to do this now. We've got to pick up shit that's not supposed to be here.
Well, and didn't people...
You can see him do this. You can see the red hat officer. He tells Blake, oh my gosh, I just went blank on his last name.
The security team member, Blake?
Blake Hariff. He tells Blake Hariff, he points, and then they all go and start searching. I mean, tell me, you can't get more obvious. He's on the phone, he does this, and then they all go search. Explain it. This is the security team. Right. They're not even law enforcement.
Right.
And get this, let's take it a step further. If they're real cops, they know the shooter's on the roof. What the hell are they looking for?
Right.
They already know the shooter's up there. What are you looking for in the grass?
That was my next question, is what innocent thing could they actually be looking for? Nothing.
Because they know the shooter was on the roof already.
Right.
Because
the shooter.
He saw him. Yeah.
And so we know.
And they went right there. They did. They went there. I mean, that's.
Yeah. Which is so crazy. Because there's like hundreds of roofs. There, like the fact that they honed in on that is so weird. There's other spots that are equally potential shooter spots.
Right.
That's not the only one.
If you listen to Brian Harpole talking to Sean Ryan, and my guys were retasked. They were looking for victims. Do you see any victims? Do you see any victims?
Oh, that's his attempt to explain their weird behavior walking around, picking things up. Is any of the footage clear enough to see what any of them? Oh,
this person right here, I know who this is.
Yeah, who is that?
I know who this. Oh, this person's in on it.
Yeah. Okay, so he starts doing this, and then he.
What are you looking for? What are you kicking around? What are you doing? This is a murder scene.
Yep.
And you and your pink hat need to get the hell away. But what are you looking for?
And none of the cops and none of the security team tell him to stop.
What are you looking for?
Yep.
Oh, there's Terrell.
Yep.
Got to get that other SD card.
Watch, is this going to show when he looks around all weird and then he sneaks behind
with his hand on his face, nervous.
Oh, he's not done. He goes back for more
Okay.
in a little bit.
See old boy right here? This is the guy I'm talking about. This officer right here. That's an iPhone he's talking to. See the gun in his hand?
Yep.
He could give two shits less that there was just a shooting. Here's Terrell. This is interesting. Watch this exchange here. I want you to watch Terrell. Okay. The officer in the blue shirt is trying to get Terrell back. He's not letting Terrell go to the camera. Watch it again. You see him move his hand?
Yep.
Terrell's like, oh no. I gotta get this SD card. You don't understand, man. Like, I gotta get this. You see how he's telling him to get back?
Yeah. Yep.
And then guess who overrides him?
Who?
Security guy is right here, and the officer's right here. We can't see it, but I'm pretty sure the guy in the cop in the red hat said, "Billy Bob, let him get it."
Yeah.
Because look, he goes and gets it. And then look what happened here. Security guy, he disengages. You see how the security guy disengaged?
Yep. Yep.
You see that?
Because he pointed too.
Terrell's like, I got to get that card.
Yeah.
I got to get that. Someone might steal this. And then look what happens. Terrell gets it. And then the security guy, he walks back because, look, mission accomplished.
Oh, so he's grabbing
the evidence is now secure. We're good. We're Gucci.
Right?
Okay. So right here, still on his iPhone. Everybody else here is on their walkie-talkies. He's on his iPhone. And watch.
The love and tolerance crowd.
Watch this right here.
Yeah, I saw them evaporate as soon as.
Yeah.
Do you know where?
So apparently,
He points. They've been talking, and guess what? Here comes the search party.
Got a picture of the guy that was arrested. He was looking for.
He's on his phone. I think they're telling him. He just told. He just received orders where the shrapnel is, or where parts might have exploded off, or just the fact that shit exploded off. Hey, we got.
So
we can see it.
At first, I
we can see it shooting out. Y'all go find it.
Before the shot, walking up the stairs all the way to the side of the bridge underpass area because I was looking for the line to ask him a question. It came to our attention.
Are you there?
That the line was.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just watching.
So I went around and ended just.
Can you hear me?
Structure thing. And that's when we heard the gunshot.
Blake.
Wow.
I wonder, can you hear me at all, Matt?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Can
can't
you hear me?
you. That's not
Oh.
good. What about now?
I can hear you.
Nothing?
You can't hear
That's
me?
crazy.
Let's see. Let's look in the chat. Hey, Matt and Blake, stoked I caught the live. Hey, can everyone, you guys can hear us both. Okay. Write that in the chat.
That definitely must have got a.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hang on just a second.
Okay.
My son here.
He's either in the neck or the.
Okay. Ever since that video started, could you hear anything I said? Because I'm just rolling. I'm just steaming along. Or was was the audio playing as well?
No, we could hear everything on our end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it could you hear it or understand it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we could hear it all.
So the red hat guy, definitely he points. I mean, bottom line, there's no reason that the security team is doing anything with that crime scene. There's zero reason. Zero. There's zero reason for Terrell Farnsworth to go in and get the SD cards out of those cameras.
Right.
That is a felony. That's actually felony. That's
Correct.
plural.
Correct.
Plural for felonies.
Yep.
That's tampering.
Yep.
It's honestly obstruction.
Yep.
I mean, the dude should be arrested.
Yep.
That is the first person. If I'm running an investigation, I am going to Terrell Farnsworth's house and I'm arresting his ass and I'm hanging a 40-year sentence over his head as we are in an interrogation room, and I'm telling him he has 30 minutes to start singing like the most beautiful bird the state of Utah has ever, or Arizona has ever known, or we're taking you down to general population and booking you in.
Well,
and I would have him start singing.
So not only did he take the SD cards out, he literally took the chair that Charlie was sitting on and stood on it.
Stood on it.
It was laying down
here,
and he moved it and stood on it.
If anybody in America does what Terrell Farnsworth did that day,
yep,
I might even go and say, like, I mean, I'm talking VIP people. Like, you're getting arrested. That's illegal.
Because we have it on camera.
The moment a crime happens,
yeah.
I don't care if it's your property or not. If you try and take something away from the crime scene, I don't care if you have a heart. If you're my Meemaw, God rest her soul. If you're my Meemaw and you still think you're doing this because you have a heart of gold, which my Meemaw had,
yep,
you're going to jail.
Yeah,
that's still illegal. It's illegal.
Yep.
So when Gary with Paramount has a lawyer on, and her name is Andrea, and she's a podcast, I know now why she's like, oh, that's not illegal. Well, I know now why you're not practicing law. You're a shitty lawyer because that's illegal.
Yeah.
Anybody in America that does that,
and it's not speculation because it's not
it's on camera.
Yeah,
like, we have it on camera.
Yeah, yeah.
No one to this day, Matt, no one has come out and said that all of these files have actually made it from this point to this point to this
point. Correct.
No one has. We just heard Andrew.
Yeah.
Who I think's full of shit.
Yeah.
Who has hijacked the Charlie Kirk show.
Yep.
Change the name, dude.
Yep.
Call it the Good Day Gang. Call it Good Morning, Good Day Gang TPUSA or something. I don't know. Like anything but Charlie Kirk show, dude.
Yeah.
You're disgusting. Y'all are all disgusting.
Yep.
So if you do that, just I'm letting people know. And if you're like, oh shit, I remember I saw Terrell do that, I'm good. No, you're not good. You're going to get arrested.
Don't do it.
You're going to get jammed up and you're going to catch a case, or you're going to catch some cases. So don't do it. Anybody.
Why was Chief Long walking by, and at that moment, wasn't he asking for them to lock down the crime scene but he's literally right there next to Terrell.
I don't think Chief Long could tell us the difference between his head and his ass, to be completely honest. He looked that gone. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's up there like, I think, honestly, what I think he did, he got so far away from that tent, and that was deliberate. Because he did not want to be anywhere near that tent because he knew that people were videoing.
Plausible deniability. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Get me. I'm going to go up here to the bottom of the menorah, which is at the top.
Yep.
I'm not going to be in the middle of the menorah where all this craziness is going on.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, that I think he's like, get me the hell away from here. I'm going to go and run around up here and act like I'm doing something important, and they can do everything they need to do.
Because even all the security guards' behavior and security teams picking stuff up on the ground, like that's also tampering with evidence. That's just destroying a crime scene. Like that's all the same thing that Terrell did. And none of them get called in. None of them have any charges for any of that.
That's why the state of Utah, it's a laughing stock. I mean, like it's pathetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what's wrong with y'all?
I mean, okay, so that's why they chose Utah, because everyone there played ball. They're all playing ball. Like there's a reason. There's multiple reasons why I think they chose UVU and Utah. But I mean, we're seeing it play out. Like from the moment it happened.
Like, I mean, dude, I would have some pride in the state I lived in. I would demand, or I would be. I mean, no one seems to give a shit. That's so. bizarre to me. Like literally people that have power don't give a shit. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm sure
agreed,
there's smaller people that absolutely care about it. I can tell you.
Yeah.
I know for a fact there are people. I'm talking about people that can actually like create change and waves.
To do something. Yeah, they don't care. Yeah.
No, they don't care.
No,
and I'm like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? Like, this is like a reflection. But
of course, yeah, of the system and society, and for them, the state. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I hope maybe. Well, no. Look, they know everything they know. I'm talking about the district attorney's office. I know, like, they knew about all of this stuff in the month of October, and I can see them every morning going to the coffee pot at the office before they go and put on their cape and go try a case that they're like, oh, what the hell are we going to do about that roof? What are we going to do about the roof? There wasn't nobody that shot up there. They know about it. And they're pushing forward, they're pressing on, knowing that a shot did not occur on the roof.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Follow up with Candace and ask if she had a chance to review your footage. If so, ask why she's not discussing it yet. She's likely swamped with clues. She knew everything back on September 24th. And I mean everything.
Yep.
Love your content, Blake. Been falling for your wall. Off topic. Are you single? Asking for a friend. No, I am not single. But thank you so much for the follow. And please, this is a good point. I want to just bring up everyone watching. Look, don't keep us a secret.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't share our content.
Yes.
Because if you don't, none of this gets spread out, and we just stay contained.
Right.
Like people that are the big groupies with all these other big pages that are like, oh my God, we're getting somewhere. No, they need to know about this stuff here.
Yep.
That there are two guys that are literally we're still in the fight. The gloves are still laced up, and we're not going anywhere. We're in the fight. We're not over here pretending to shadow box like some people are. No, Our gloves are laced up and we still have rounds to go. So don't keep us a secret. Share all of our content. And I'm talking our stuff, Matt's, mine, because we have to spread this. It can't stay contained.
And I'll say those of you that are subscribers to my channel, go over and subscribe to Blake's channel. And I would ask that vice versa happens, right?
Absolutely.
We can make our community much bigger just by tonight. Okay? Which will help the algorithm when Blake does a video and I do a video. It'll help the algorithm, which means we won't just have an echo chamber. We don't want an echo chamber, right? No. We don't want it just to be us that are seeing our videos. We want it to get out to more people because we do feel look, we're not hating on Candace. We're not hating on Baron. What we're saying is that it seems that there's less and less people right now that are staying focused on the things that matter, that are actually trying to get to the things that hopefully would lead to who killed Charlie, who's responsible, and then a resolution, right? And there's clearly paid dissenters on the other side, or what seems to be. And look, I'll say my opinion, Blake is being very, very respectful and generous to people that are spouting the Charlie is alive thing. I'm not. And I'm not going to mince words about it because I think that accusing Charlie of leading this and being part of this whole PsyOp, being alive and running this from behind scenes is so disgusting that that's not innocent. And anyone saying that to me, I have problems with. That's it. So that's me. But, yeah.
I think we leave it right there. Yeah, I mean, that's I think that's a good one to end on.
Yep.
Guys, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. This will be the first of many. And I look forward to the journey that we will be taking you guys all on. And just know, lock in, because we're about to show the real definition of Go Max. Okay? None of this fake stuff. Get ready. Thanks for joining. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you on the next one.
God bless.
God bless.
Thank you.